I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. All employees. All employees. Repeat. All employees. All employees. Repeat. I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. All employees.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's good, everybody? Welcome in. What up, y'all? Welcome in, guys. Good to see you. I gotta clean off my glasses. Pepsi employees. Oh my god. Yo, Yamato, are you good, my man? Welcome in, everybody. Uh, hit the like button, share out the stream, all that good stuff really helps out. Appreciate y'all, man. The fuck? Yo, honey, are you good, my guy? What the fuck are you doing? Love the jean jacket. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's like a little cold. So, look, throw on a little jacket. But happy to be here with you guys, man. As per usual, we have a couple of things to discuss even before we get started with everything. First off, we are live on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. So take your pick on where you'd like to watch the stream. Makes no difference to me. Just love having you guys here either way. So do your thing, man. Cult Classic Cage on all three. Cassie in her Triple H phase with the jean jacket. Yo, wait, when you think of a jean jacket, you think of Triple H of all things? With how long time, like, iconic the denim jacket is, you think of Triple H. Kratos, that's kind of gay. I mean, what? Yo. Yo, let me say hi to everyone in chat, man. What's up, Butt Chug? What's up, Matt? Kratos, Lemonade King. What's good with you, brother? Zombie Killer, what's good with you, my guy? Yamato with her jacket. Cass with her jacket. And the no cap looks like the one girl from the one episode of Boy Meets World where she was crushing on Corey. I don't think I've ever watched Boy Meets World. I don't know if that's really a good or bad thing. I will get your consensus soon. But speaking of caps, we're continuing the trend. Making fanboys mad because they got mad that I was wearing this hat. They really got upset by this. I'm telling dudes, yo, I'm telling you, this made them so fucking upset. And we're gonna have a good laugh about that real quick. His jean jacket was badass in 2000. I mean, the jean jacket, it has always been, it will always be badass. It does, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what happens. Yo, Astro, the crash outs over me wearing this hat, somebody decided to dig through like one of my early videos where honestly it looked god awful. But they decide to like literally go through my old videos and find me wearing a classic PlayStation hat. And it's like, oh, you're a PlayStation dick eater too. You wear. Is that Diana Ross? Of course it is. What you think? The queen, baby. I'm here like, I don't know what you guys think, but like, everything I wear is kind of cool. I'm just saying. Yo, Greenskin, what's up? Fractal Mage, good to see you. My man Piplup, always good to see you. Infinity Nerd, Mr. FU. Who else we got up in here, man? Final Fantasy sucks. Mason, my man Butt Chug in the building. Jumbie, good to see you. Golden Apples, my man. Let me see. Silent Night, my man. All right, we got Xavier. My hair makes me look like Diana Ross. Fire. Truly iconic. Alice, always good to see Alice. Truly iconic. Cassie looks extra gootable today. Yo, that sounds insane. Cassie, you traitor. You're not allowed to like PlayStation. You darn gremlin. I know, right? All right, guys. So, we have to talk about what we're planning to do for the rest of the week, really. Because is it true? Is it 100% true that what's it called? Oh my god. Crimson Desert. Is it 100% true that Crimson Desert unlocks Thursday 6 p.m. EST? Because that might actually be a big deciding factor here on what I plan to do this week in terms of Twilight Zone of gaming. The hat also has green in it, so Cassie is safe on St. Patrick's Day. That's what I heard. That's what I heard too. So, you know what? Let me see if I go on Steam. Let me see what it says on Steam because I'm sure you could probably, yeah, you could preload it coming March 19th. So I could preload it now, but it doesn't give me a time in which it unlocks. Having to wait for your disc to unlock is wild. Yeah, Mason. Yeah, and people make tons of excuses for it. Over a game, they'll be like, "Oh no, it's to avoid spoilers on a game that I'm not even sure has a real story." Like, huh? Well, what is this excuse, my guy? Yo, Jay, what's good, homie? It's goon time. Yo, Beach Alert, what's up? There is no changing time zones. Look it up. Let me see. Release time. All right, so I'm looking at the AI shit here, right? So, whatever. It says Crimson Desert releases worldwide simultaneously on March 19th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT. Um, with that, Eastern time, it's saying 6 p.m. Earl Abyss global release time notice. Um, Dallas, 5 p.m. All right, New York, 6 p.m. Okay, okay. So I'm looking right here, and I'll just so y'all can figure out your time release. I'm gonna put these this up so there's no disputes. Oh, look at you guys. You guys are so cute. I know I'm lying, but still. I have to at least play the part, right? I mean, what? I kid, I kid. Let me go over to the other side of my ultra wide. Alright. So, oh my god, fuck my life. Right here. Right here. Alright, so this is the official global release times for Crimson Desert. And we're looking at New York time, 6 p.m. So I'm thinking at this point, realistically speaking, um, I I don't want to stream on a Thursday when this game is coming out like 2 hours before the Twilight Zone of Gaming. So I'm thinking, saying fuck it and moving Twilight Zone of Gaming to Friday instead. And if you guys want me to stream the intro of the game so you guys can kind of get a feel of what's going on, I could stream that Thursday instead. I don't know, because, like, dude, this is a major game that I want to play. It's a major game I know a lot of you guys want to play. Like, it literally comes out 2 fucking hours before my stream. You know what I mean? Yo, Radio Chip, what's good? Francisco, what's good with you, my guy? Sip my coffee for the chat. I know y'all can walk and chew gum at the same time. Y'all can play the game and also fucking watch the stream, you know, and that's all well and good, but um to be honest with you, I just want to play the game. And I could give, we could talk first impressions. Um, we could talk first impressions on Friday for Twilight Zone of Gaming instead. What y'all think about that? You got to hit tier 1 this week. I mean, shit. Y'all decide my future every time. You don't know me, lol. I mean, I don't. What do you want me to say on that? Oh man, you guys are funny. Yo, Ed Shadow. I don't know what happened to TTS. Hold on. Rocking the denim, absolutely. So, see if I can fix this. Thank you, Ed Shadow Bearer, for the $5 USD. Appreciate you, my guy. Says, want to know what would be fun, but I hope doesn't happen. In the honor of Christian Hackenberg, the New York Jets select Drew Aller, quarterback, Penn State. I don't even know who that is. I've given up on the Jets entirely, my guy. All right. I forget who it was that got drafted to the New York Jets, but it's like one of the most funny. Just look up a video on YouTube of New York Jets drafting moments, blunders, I guess you could say. They ended up drafting some motherfucker, right? Oh man, the flu. TTS got the flu. So they ended up drafting this motherfucker, and all you hear is a dude in the background scream, "Oh no!" It's so funny. Yo. It is so fucking funny, bro. Oh man. I cry every time I see that video for a multitude of reasons. Alright. Let's reload TTS and hopefully it starts working. Refreshed it. Alright, so Nick Mangold was good. Nick Mangold is one of the greatest of all time. I never thought that the Jets were ever gonna get a center even half as good as Kevin Mawai. Kevin Mawai was the type of dude he'd play with a broken fucking hand. Like Kevin Mawai was a great center. Too good for the Jets, honestly. And the fact that Nick Mangold actually came in and immediately filled those big boots. I mean, he was great, man. R.I.P. to Nick Mangold. Dude died way too fucking young. Hi, Cass, and everyone. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day. Honestly, I'm not very how do you say? I'm not the most I'm Irish, but I'm fake Irish. Oh man. Yeah. Oh no, TTS is still broken. What the fuck? Shout out to Ed Shadow Bear for the 2. Says they passed on Marino. Yes, they did. They chose Ken O'Brien instead. And Ken O'Brien wasn't a bad quarterback from everything I've seen of him, but he was no Marino. So yeah, there's that. Salad Joker was good, my man. So I saw Nissan say he's good with a Friday stream. So are you guys cool with me moving Twilight Zone of Gaming to Friday instead of Thursday, since this game is literally dropping at 6 p.m. EST on a Thursday? Like, I want to play it. I know a lot of you guys want to play it. I'm excited. I could stream the intro to see if you guys are interested in the game. I don't mind doing that because at least I'm getting to play what I want. Friday's fine. All right. So I think that about sums it up. No problem. All right. So this Twilight Zone of Gaming will be Friday, either 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. EST. I'm not completely sure yet. But it's going to be an extravaganza nonetheless. I will inform everybody of the situation. And it's going to be fun. No hate for a Friday? Absolutely not. We will hold it down, my guy. You already know what it is. It's going to be a fun-ass time. What's up with the cap? You trolling Sony ponies? Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to show you guys some of the trolling that's been going on, because it's actually fucking hilarious. Actually, we got some salt from PlayStation and Xbox fanboys, so that's going to be fun. You guys know I don't mind salt from either side. Usually, hey, my two, thank you for the €250. Cassie is a plastic patty, yo. Oh, fuck! Yo, that sound crazy. Thank you so much for the 250, my guy. Oh man, y'all be too much. Y'all be wildin'. All right, so we got a couple things. All right, so some of this stuff we're gonna leave for Twilight Zone. I did not see anything from Starfield. I guess we could save it for Friday. I'll try and not discuss. Ed Shadow Bear for the 2. Thank you so much, brother. He says the DLSS 5 memes are insane. Yes. It is kind of a complete total fucking joke. Not for nothing. we at here? All right, so I got to give you guys the context so I can bring that up. Matter of fact, I didn't really see we didn't talk about Vera Dark's gameplay. Because it kind of does go into that as well. You guys want me to talk about Vera Dark's gameplay? Well, I guess, to be honest with you, I don't know if we're gonna have time for all that. But the first thing with the PlayStation fanboy that we got to go over, it does go into some Vera Dark, and basically she put out she did a live stream of Marathon, and it was like a 5-hour live stream, and there's like a couple of clips or something from in there. There's a 20-minute live stream for Starfield. Oh my god. So there's like a she played Marathon for like 5 or so hours, and in it there was some clips to which people ended up clipping from the stream that look horrendous. Like, they're just really bad gameplay sections to which Vera Dark dropped the bag. Now, I'm not sure if she played Marathon before doing the live stream, but if she just went in like cold turkey, didn't touch that shit at all, I mean, I'm not really surprised that shit went down the way that it did. For me, I can't personally, I have to get in some time with a shooter and get adjusted to it before I could sit here and just straight up stream it with y'all. Because for me, I need time to adjust my senses, like my, like, let me make myself scarce, but I need time to adjust to a shooter. Because first off, if you haven't played a shooter a little minute, like, you have to get your reaction time down. That's something that I definitely need to take into account. I remember there was a time during PS4 generation where I didn't play much of any multiplayer because there really wasn't much out there worth a damn. We had like Battlefield 4 and then Battlefield 1 and then Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster, and then I tried like a couple other things and I didn't like them. Like Titanfall 2 was not my jam personally. And so there was a period of time on PS4 where I did not play any multiplayer at all. It's just all single player fucking over the shoulder shit. I was really a pony. I was really fun. But then Call of Duty Cold War came out, and I really wanted to get into that fucking game. I was like, all right, we got to get into it, dude. My reaction time was insane, like awful, like insane in the worst way. I was like, oh my god, fucking awful. And I really had to put that time to get that reaction back again. It took time. At least you didn't try to snipe with an SMG. Yeah, Smash is definitely wildin' for that. But I can't, like, you have to get your reaction time down. You have to understand the game mechanics of this specific shooter and really get your bearings in on and honestly, with a game like that, you have to adjust your vision to the color. Like, literally the color, like, bro, like the color in Marathon, I don't want to play this game. Like, there's nothing in the world that makes me want to play this game because the fact that the color is so retarded that, like, how the fuck do people distinguish the difference between anything in that game? Like, dude, that's a hard game, I would think, to play, like, off rip. But, so, with that being said, she had some segments where she looked awful. And, it happens to a lot of people if you're playing a game day one, unless all you do is play shooters, and even then, you still have to adjust. Whatever, right? I'm not sure what her response to it was. I'm sure some of it was, Astro said that it did sound DSP level, and I'll take your word for it, Astro. You're not really, you're pretty honest about that sort of shit. But, I will say this. In regards to Vera, people have constantly said for years now that she doesn't play video games, even though she live streams, like, on a weekly basis. And just because you play like games doesn't mean that you're going to be good at everything. Like for me personally, I get my game on, but there's some games that I'll never be good at. There's some games I need time to be good at. There's some games that I'm always going to be shit at no matter what. Like it really just depends. And I still like to play some of those games anyway, even if I'm dog shit at them, right? So there's always been this immediate dismissal of Vera Dark, even though she does play video games. They just don't like her opinions, and that's fair. You don't have to like her opinions, but to constantly for how many years now say that she doesn't play video games, even though she does, it is kind of ignorant. And in this situation now, they're taking it a step further by being like, "Ha, she doesn't play video games. Look at this clip." And yeah, it's a dog shit clip for sure, but I don't really feel as though that's, dismissive. At least she put in the time. She put in more time than me. I'm not going to sit here and play fucking marathon. Now when I have a bunch of other shit to play, I think the game looks like ass. And given how the general reception of the game is, it's very mid. So shout out to y'all if you like that, but it's not for me. And I just don't see the appeal, personally. At least she went as far as to give it a try. Because I won't. I'm sorry, I have too much, I have too, my time is limited. I don't fucking stay at home all fucking day and all night. I have a real job. I have family. I don't have all the time in the world, unfortunately, right? My FPS-ness is stuck in UT2K4. Old Unreal Tournament? Oh, man. Exactly, just like everything. Your ass when you pick it up. I was ass at Fortnite and Marvel Rivals when I picked them up. Yeah. I was kind of ass at Fortnite when I first started playing it. The color is visual diarrhea. Oh man. But yeah, like there's this weird dismissive behavior with Vera Dark just because people don't like her opinions. And what I have to say is you don't have to like her opinions. There's some things that I definitely don't agree with Vera on. But to make this consistent line saying that she doesn't play any video games at all is fucking retarded. But that kind of leads into this whole situation, to which we have this post here. Let me see if I can make this. Add in there for y'all, but I put out this tweet and shitting on TTBN Gaming because he's kind of an idiot. And he said that Vera Dark is, well, Vera said, listen, in all seriousness, I get why the clip of my marathon stream is getting attention. I look retarded. Yes, she did. As hell, and I think it's hilarious. It was a 5-hour stream. It had good moments and cringe moments. At least I'm playing games, even if I end up having crash moments. Oh, excuse me. End up having crash moments or trash moments. Oh, I'm fucking retarded. I still appreciate the attention, and to sit here and ask, do you even play video games without doing 5 seconds of research because you're too stupid to go on my channel and look is also hilarious. I love when people prove they're more brain dead than me. And to which, take it from me, kids, staying home all day isn't all it's cracked up to be. It isn't, because I've had moments where I didn't have a job. And I get depressed if I stay home all the time. Like I can't do it. Like I have to have so I find that I have to be away from the thing that I love to do in order for me to appreciate the thing that I love to do. I love to be home. I love to sit at home, play video games. I'm a homebody. But if all I do is stay home, then I hate it. I have to look forward to coming home being a lazy fuck. So nice hat. Hey, I appreciate it. You look very Corpo Shield today. Absolutely. All is a means of pissing off a fanboy. You already know. Yo, Kenny, what's up? How you doing tonight? I'm chilling, bro. Been a lazy day working at home. Hell yeah. Was up late last night with a damn tornado warning. Thankfully, no damage. I'm happy to hear that you're safe. Yeah, we had tornado warnings for the day. I literally slept through them all. So yeah, I slept soundly. I didn't even think about it. I think I woke up briefly to go pee, and then it was like super windy as fuck, and I was like, and I just plopped back into bed and fell right back asleep. Fuck it. 11, you did your RE9 review on your channel. Nice. So yeah, and in all fairness, I think Vera should get roasted for her bad gaming. Like, it's completely fair to. There's gonna be moments where I play a game and I look fucking retarded, and I'll be the first to say I look retarded. I mean, it's just part of gamer culture to roast people for their bad gaming moments. It happens, and it's fair. To sit here and try to dismiss Vera altogether, it is retarded. Like, honestly, there's so many people that try to do this, and they feel as though they have a moral obligation to just flat out lie. And I just think that that's fucking gay. Like, you're a bitch. Like, like, you think that you're morally superior, and you think that somehow that gives you the moral obligation to be able to lie. Aren't you in New York? There's tornadoes. No, I used to live in New York. And there was a tornado once when I lived in New York. It was like in 2015, something like 2015, 2016, in that general time frame. No. Yeah, like 2015-ish. There was actually a tornado. It was a small one, but it definitely wreaked havoc up Francis Lewis Boulevard back in the day. I had just gotten home, like, apparently, like, minutes before it popped off. So, because this is literally when I was in high school, but. Yo, Red, what's Gucci, my guy? Glad you slept through them safe, fam. The warning was just after midnight. I have a lot of trees around my home. Yeah, that's rough. Had to go to the basement. Put important stuff in the dryer in case. Yeah, I feel that. New Jersey. All right, I got you. So I used to live in New York. Now I live in Pennsylvania. So, nice thumbnail. DLSS revealing Grace from RE9 was supposed to be Sydney Sweeney without the good genes. Was not on my bingo card. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that, Grateful Gamer. It's definitely interesting, to say the least. Sound like somebody's from Queens? Absolutely. So yeah, that's really what went down with Vera Dark. And TTBN was like, you're a shit critic. You don't engage in the medium with any real passion. You didn't try to find how the mechanics work or anything like that. You got tilted and you made a shitty and hasty review, but again, you admitted it. You just do this shit for attention. And I had to reply, showing the fact that TTBN doesn't even have he doesn't even show his Steam account, by the way. But I had to reply because this is what TTBN's YouTube channel typically looks like. He is just an anti-woke reactionary. And he says gaming culture, industry politics, and whatever. Right. And I said the irony of you critiquing Veridark on her critiques and her passion when you have zero gaming passion at all. Your only passion is being an anti-woke reactionary, and you use gaming as a backdrop at best. Your entire platform depends on people like Vera to bitch and whine that she's seeking attention when really we all are out here making our mark is an idiotic take. It's just stupid. Like, you're a YouTuber. You're doing this for attention. Like, come on, bro. Vera's doing this for attention. Obviously, she's a YouTuber. She wants people to flock to her channel. I'm a YouTuber. I want people to flock to my channel. And in all fairness, like, I think there's different levels of how to get attention. Like, for me, I'm kind of lazy with it, but I do like trolling. I've always been a troll. Even before I did YouTube, I was always a troll. Getting tilted is part of the experience. What she's supposed to base her review off of, I don't know. They constantly say she doesn't play games, but apparently she's not supposed to base the games off of her gameplay or her experience with the game. Basically, in this situation, there's just nothing Vera Dark can do that will be appropriate for the people that just hate her. Like, it is what it is, right? And that's pretty obvious. And like I said, I have not seen her response to this. I think she was on, like, I don't know if she made a response on her YouTube channel. or if it was, I don't know, on side scrollers. To be honest with you, that would be an entire segment in that of itself. From what I've gathered, she's a bit like DSP-ish in it. But here's the thing, and here's something that I tried not to do, even though I like to troll people that hate me, is that I try my best not to craft all of my replies to stuff just based on people that hate me, because then you're just going to sound like an asshole, right? Obviously on Twitter, I'm an asshole. If you only follow me on Twitter, you're not going to think I'm a very nice person, in all honesty, because I've always just been kind of like a slick asshole person on Twitter. Like my Twitter persona versus like me when I'm just chilling with the homies or like live on YouTube is different. It's definitely different, because like Twitter, honestly, you just have to like have the biggest dick in the room. Like that's just how Twitter is. This dude is Melanie Mac Part 2. He's creating unnecessary drama within the anti-woke circle. I mean, he literally just depends on the anti-woke circle. Just Twitter? I think Twitter, like, look, I have the most experience with Twitter out of every other platform. Twitter is a whole different animal when it comes to being on some fuck shit. It really is. Like, you really gotta be ignorant. You have to enter Twitter on straight up ignorant as fuck. That's just how it is, right? So that was my reply to TTBN. And then this dude is like, both you and Vera Dark are frauds. So I don't think either one of you should be talking about gaming passion. Just saying. It's like, bro, who the fuck are you? Like, dog, who the fuck are you? Right? And it's like such a, like I said, man, these people feel morally obligated to just flat out fucking lie. And it's crazy that there's this moral, you have this moral high ground in your own mind, but then you justify just outright fucking lying. Like, it's just weird to me. Link us your Blue Sky cast. I do have a Blue Sky. I just don't use it. But I created a Blue Sky from the very beginning. I started hearing about it because I'm not opposed to anything. And basically after at one point, my Cult Classic Cage Twitter account was suspended. From everything that I saw, it seemed to be a permanent suspension. I got it back a year later. But at that point, I was like, well, Twitter is not guaranteed, so I'm going to try anything else. So I do have a Blue Sky account. I just don't post there because I have no interest in engaging with the retards that are on Blue Sky. So, yo, what's up, Miss Bella? Who's this dude who thinks he can determine whether anyone else's passions are... literal nobodies. Literal nobodies. It's sad to say, but it's true. And I was like... And I replied to him, I said, you're a Sony throater that isn't ashamed of your corporate slave behavior. What a shocker that you want to silence those you disagree with. Your types are why we continue to thrive. And this is literally, bro, he unironically posted this picture of having everything to fucking Ghost of Yote socks, my guy. Ghost of Yote socks. Yo, Format, thank you so much for the gifty, my guy. I appreciate you, good brother. Bro, it's fucking insane. It is insane to me. Yo, shout out to Grateful Gamer who just became a member of his own volition. Thank you so much, my brother. Shout out to Philip Morgan, who's been a member for 25 months. Thank you so much. Says cock and ball torture. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, yo, son, I love socks. You guys know I'm obsessed with socks. All right, socks are my bag. All right. I have never worn branded fucking socks, bro. Like, bro, who the fuck sees your socks, right? Especially like unless you're wearing shorts. Like, who the... And honestly, I've seen this dude's face, and he's definitely a fat face motherfucker. He should not be wearing shorts. I'm just saying. But that's insane. Everything up to Ghost of Yote socks. He's an elite pony. Yo, and he's flexing this shit. He's just... Today is a good day, 100 happy face, hashtag PlayStation Gamer. Fucking hilarious. Kata sees them. Oh my god. Shout out to my man Golden Apples, has been a member for 19 months. So it was on that level. And then so after I roasted him with that shit, I don't know, he replied, I think, to this to some extent, whatever the fuck. He said, the fact this was the only thing you could think of to use against me is comical. No, I mean, it is comical. You are comical. So, then like a day later, after the conversation was done. So, let me see. I posted this on the 15th. A day later, after conversation was done, I was done with this motherfucker. He posted this shit, right? And he said, so she calls me a PlayStation thrower while wearing a PlayStation hat in a recent video, LMAO, and he's referring to literally my most, the last fucking live stream that I did, the last Secret Gooning live, to which literally in the intro, I turned my hat from backwards to forward and said, I'm doing this because it makes ponies mad. Right? And literally, I had given you guys this spiel before the stream. He just like, bro was like scrolling through my stream to find something, and all he could find was that I was wearing a PlayStation hat. He literally fell right into it. Too cool, Curry. It's so funny to me. Right? And it was hilarious because he even went out of his way to leave a dislike on the stream. Thank you for that, by the way. It all helps. So, this dude, a day later, still thinking about me. I'm still on his mind. I guess I'm a little bit cute occasionally. So, he was still on his mind and shit. He's like, let me go on her YouTube channel the next day and go look through her videos and her live streams. Let's do that. And leave her a bunch of dislikes. And I literally even clipped the segment of the stream making fun of PlayStation. Hold on, real quick. Without saying a word, it literally fell right into it. Go ahead and trigger a bunch of ponies right now. Without saying a word. This bothers them. He's so, not only is he an idiot, but I'm an idiot. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Does he not know how engagement works? Bro, these guys are like free billboards for me to promote myself. Like, honestly speaking, they are just literally free billboards. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be like retarded. It's not all about clout. But they like literally when you do shit like this, it's just you're a free billboard for me to flex on you, to literally just shit on your life. That's Cassie with DLSS 5 on. No! Yo. Yeah, PlayStation fair girl, absolutely. So I thought that was funny. And I was like, not only do weirdos like you self-report hate watching, thanks for the dislike, but you ponies are also so fucking predictable too. The retard station, yeah, literally. So that was, the little LOLs I had from earlier this week. Professional lolcow milker, absolutely. Poke the bear, watch it growl, absolutely. So we got something else too. We got some Xbox salt. And I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing my ass off at this. But we also have to be honest about the conversation too, right? Cass rules every thought around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Yo, son. We need to make like a fanboy version of that, so it'd be hilarious. All right, so this dude Joey posted, Hargy is one of the nicest guys, and even he got tired of D-Batch. So really, so Hargy, he usually is like a guest on a lot of people's podcasts and stuff. He, if I'm not mistaken, is I don't know. He has some sort of job, whatever the hell have you. Shout out to him, right? But he is in the industry to some extent. I can't really tell you how, but he's pretty chill. He definitely has a bias towards Xbox. There's no doubt about that. And whatever, right? And he is on an Xbox centric podcast, and then he's talking with, so that's Hargeet right there, and then we have D-Batch that's right there. D-Batch used to be an Xbox dude, used to be a hardcore Xbox dude, and then he pivoted to being a hardcore PlayStation dude, all while pretending to be a PC gamer. Like, he'll be like, oh, I'm a PC gamer, but I'm also going to fight to the gills for the PS5 Pro because I'm a PlayStation dick eater in disguise. So that's pretty much like that's pretty much how D-Batch runs shit. Yo, Hypno, what's good, my man? That's kind of just how D-Batch is. I don't personally like him because he's dumb enough to run with anything that makes PlayStation particularly look good. Like he was the one saying shit like, he's definitely a fucking PC fraud. But he says shit like, he was saying shit like at the time, like the PS5 Pro was like RDNA 3, shit like that, right? Just absolutely retarded. So and the things that he does get right, people, I will say this, people kind of end up dismissing because of how adamant he is on the things that are wrong. So he's that type of guy. Yo, welcome in. Fuck Norris, good to see you, my guy. Kevin, good to see you. Let me see. Just us, what's up? D-Batch is the originator of Flopflation. Yes, he is the originator of Flopflation. Shout out to my man Nate. Good to see you guys, man. If you haven't hit the like button, if you can, share out the stream. All that stuff helps me out. Also, Hargeet was saying he was working on a project that was under NDA. Tara, he said something. We're gonna listen to it, and we're gonna come to our own conclusions. But I'm not gonna lie to you. When I watched this, I didn't even care about the conversation. It was just so funny to watch what actually transpired. Just wait for the tools, Mon. I'd be upset if these PlayStation fanboys didn't even have a PlayStation 1 or 2. They don't even value play. Here's the thing. It's not even that that upsets me, because some of these guys are kind of young. Like, some of them. I'm not saying these guys in particular. A lot of PlayStation dudes are fucking old as shit, like the fanboys. But like, it's one thing you weren't old enough, or you didn't get into video games at the time to experience PS1 and PS2. It's another thing to not appreciate PS1 and PS2 at all. Like, to dismiss it. That's how far these so-called PlayStation dudes will go in order to justify anything PlayStation does now. Crimson Desert is preloading. Let's fucking go. Yes, Fluffy. All right, so just so you guys know, because now there's more homies up in here, we are moving Twilight Zone of Gaming this week, just this week, from Thursday to Friday. Either it's going to be Friday, 7 p.m. EST or 8 p.m. EST. All because Crimson Desert's literally coming out 2 hours before Twilight Zone of Gaming on Thursday. It's coming out 6 p.m. EST. I'd rather play the fucking game, and I think everyone else would rather play the game. I can't compete with Crimson Desert. All right, I'm just being real. I'm not... my head isn't big enough to convince me that I'm big enough to compete with Crimson Desert. I'm gonna step the fuck aside, and I might stream the game. So y'all, some people are curious about the game. If y'all want to see the intro so you can decide whether you want to buy the game or not, I'll end up streaming the intro so y'all can see. I'm gonna preload Crimson Desert once I end the stream. Just got a 6-pack of Guinness, cause fuck it, St. Patrick's Day. Oh god, Guinness is disgusting. Oh, it's so... Yo, Zombie, you're fucking disgusting. Yo, I tried Guinness. This shit made me want to fucking throw up. Oh, man. But, so basically, they were on a podcast. D-Batch and Hargeet got into it. Let's see how it played out. Because to me, I was fucking dying laughing.
So as far as your thought process... you don't see anything to differentiate it. I'll give you the things that will be differentiated. First, if you want to have the Xbox wireless connection, that will only be available on Xbox hardware.
So as of right now, they're discussing the differentiation between the next Xbox, the fucking, I forget the name of it, Xbox H something, whatever the fuck, right? The next Xbox that is pretty much a PC and a PC itself. That's pretty much the discussion here.
So if you want to use your current series, the Elite Series 2, that will
Felix,
only work on an
Volt.
Xbox, right? Otherwise, you're using Bluetooth. So if you want to do
No,
that connection,
You
it
can
needs
use a
to have
dongle on PC, and you can use it on PC.
D. Shut up now. I'm telling.
Now hold on. D is actually right. They're talking about the Xbox controllers, right? And on PC, you have the option of connecting your Xbox controller through Bluetooth or with an Xbox controller dongle that you could buy separately. So that's your options. And Hargeet was trying to differentiate what you could do with the Helix, Project Helix. Thank you guys so much for reminding me, because literally my brain is mush. He's differentiating the difference between Project Helix and PC itself. And he's factually wrong. Like, he is wrong. So D goes out of his way to correct him. I will say, from everything I've seen of D-Batch, he talks over people all the fucking time. I've definitely seen that quite a bit, at least from the podcast that I've seen him in. So I'm sure that it can be kind of fucking annoying, but Hargeet was flat out just like, shut the fuck up, even though he's technically wrong, right? I'd guess there was stuff pre-stream that got people's nerves grated or rattled. Yeah.
Use it on PC.
So if you want to do
No,
that connection,
You
it
can
needs
use
to
a
have
dongle on PC, and you can
Which is
use
true.
it on PC.
D. Shut up now. I'm telling you
that's
what's
the
actually
truth.
there. You know why
That's
I
the
know?
truth.
Because I fucking
You're telling me
developed
to
for
shut up, but
Xbox
last
and
week you told me they're not going to do
Dude,
emulation, and I don't know
enough.
anything.
Stop.
And they are doing
Stop.
emulation,
Listen.
right? So what are we talking
Listen.
about here?
Enough. Just shut up for 2 seconds.
Hey, I'm the only one
I've
that's allowed
developed
to yell.
hardware.
Okay, go ahead, Hargy.
Can you shut up for 2 seconds?
Yep, I can mute him if I need to, but we're good.
Okay, D, have you developed hardware for Xbox and PlayStation? I have. Have you done that?
What have you developed?
I can't talk about it because it never came out.
Well, then
I've
don't
developed
say
hardware
it.
for
Then.
both.
If it never came out, then we don't know.
Crimson Desert Hype. By the way, are you gonna stream it, Cass?
Yes. Golden Apples, I will stream it Thursday. I don't know if it'll be exactly when it unlocks, but I will go live Thursday and stream the game. So because I know a lot of people are genuinely curious, they're interested, they want to buy it, but they don't want to completely pull the trigger. So we'll see what's up. This is fucking funny as shit. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate you, my guy. This is my family Thanksgiving. Oh my god. So Hargeet was saying he's developed hardware for both Xbox and PlayStation. I don't like. Here's the thing. I'm gonna assume that he's not lying. Now he's saying that they never came out. So I don't know if that means NDA, as someone was saying in the chat earlier, or if it was hardware that they did not approve. In the grand scheme of things. Is this bearded guy the host? If I'm not mistaken, Web Dave is probably the host. If I'm not mistaken, but to be honest with you, I only listen to a few Xbox centric podcasts. So like usually ones people that are more like reasonable. So to me, I never watch this podcast, so I can't say, but I do know that Web Dave does have a podcast. And yeah, it's pretty much all I could say. You'd have to do your own research on that personally. But Hargeet doesn't usually have his own podcast. He's usually a guest on a bunch of Xbox-centric podcasts. That's usually his thing. Or on Fonz's channel. And Fonz has always kind of done everything. He doesn't necessarily he's more of a PC guy now. I'd say he's a little bit more of an Xbox guy, but he was always like a generally reasonable Xbox guy. Whereas some of the other ones are kind of fucking retarded. So it is Maitu giving us the real details. He said it is Web Dave and Hargeet's podcast. Thank you for that. Yo, what's up, Black Cobra? I bought Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. I did too. I bought it too. I didn't get a chance to play it yet. But it looks so good, I had to get it. I wanted to support them. So yeah, at this point, yo, Mike, what's good, my man? Michael, always good to see you.
Fucking god, dude.
Anyway, I believe you, Hargy. Go ahead.
Asking, am I able to buy an RDNA 5 PS6? Smiley face emoji. Diamonds are for bots, not for ponies. Better mail.
Okay.
So, you know, D, if you're going to just insult me like this, then you can just fuck yourself off and I'm going to kick you out. Bye.
There you go. right, cool.
Yo.
Well, thank you. Go ahead. Now, Hardy, go ahead and
Yo.
make your points.
All right. So, anyway, that was pretty ridiculous. All
Yep.
right. But either way, look, there.
Yo. Oh man, bro. Oh man, bro. Look. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was dying laughing. But in all fairness, D was actually right. And I do not like that fucking dude at all. I do not like him. I think he's a fucking dickhead, honestly. But I have to be objective here. He was correct. You can use a dongle for your Xbox controller on a PC. It is absolutely true. He wasn't lying, right? And in order to try and dismiss truths, Hargeet fucking was like, well, have you developed for Xbox and PlayStation? Well, I have. It's like, still, that doesn't mean that you're correct. I'm sorry to say. I just have to keep it 100. And I don't mind Hargeet. I think he's pretty chill most of the time. But he was wrong. But it was funny as fuck that he ended up kicking D-Batch off the fucking off the podcast. But I think that this is a good learning experience for me personally. And I think it could be a good learning experience for a lot of people in their daily lives. If you're, I don't want to say if you cry wolf a lot, but like generally speaking, if you're truly obnoxious all the fucking time to everybody, like D-Batch is, then even when you're right, people will not give you the benefit of the doubt. So I think it's important to try and be reasonable with people, especially people that you spend time with. That's kind of how I perceive the whole situation. Now, I know I could be absolutely fucking obnoxious, but I really do try and treat people that I value or I think are worth spending time with. I do try and treat them better than I do console gremlins. Let's be real now. But it's crazy because even despite D-Batch being objectively correct, he got booted the fuck up out of there just because he is annoying as fuck. Like, he is so fucking obnoxious. D-Batch has purchased all Xbox products. I mean, that's completely fair, too. I'm not doubting any of that. But that's like the same, like, to me, that's the same response as Hargeet gave D, despite Hargeet being wrong. Hargeet was like, well, have you developed hardware for any of these companies? And it's like, that's you know, okay, you can point out that you've done that, but that doesn't make you correct. You were still wrong. That's just what it is. So it is one of those things where I don't personally like D-Batch. I think he's obnoxious, but you have to admit that he was right. Yo, Demo Flow, what's good, my man? You know, just laughing at that PlayStation fanboy that was upset I was wearing a PlayStation hat. We're wearing it again this week, and we're trying to learn a little something from this situation, man. I read his name as D-Bitch. Oh, man. Nah, because, Demo, I was fucking dying when I saw this clip of Hargeet kicking D-Batch off, but I was saying, like, as funny as it is, D-Batch was actually right. And I was saying, us as, like, YouTubers, streamers, and whatever, we should be kind of cognizant of, like, if you treat people poorly, or if you just, if you're just so adamant on being obnoxious all the time, then even when you're right, people will just dismiss you. You know what I mean? D-Batch was correct in a way, but he was also disrespectful as fuck and didn't shut up. Yes. Yes. See what I mean? But he was correct. He was correct. But I think that at least that's what I take out of this whole situation. I don't want to be annoying to people that I value or people who I want to be associated with. You know what I mean? And I think that D-Batch is one of those dudes that he's annoyed every fucking buddy with how adamant he is when he's truthful, but also when he does lie. Or when he does get things wrong. Because he's the type of dude, even when he's wrong, he will still double, triple, and quadruple down, kind of like Hargeet did. So it's like, it's one of those things too, where it's like, when you know someone lies so fucking much that they will never concede when they're wrong, or if they're corrected, sometimes they don't even know that they're lying, right? It's not intentional, so it's not technically a lie, but when they're wrong and you establish that they're wrong, they don't go out of their way to concede that, oh, you know, I was wrong, you know? And then reassess your situation, then it becomes you're lying, right, at some point. But it's important to try and be reasonable, at least with the people that you hang out with. You know what I mean? That's why I don't mess with ponies or debate them. They always pull off these moves. I mean, it really depends on who you talking with. There are a lot of dishonest fanboys all around, right? So it really depends. For me, it's like I don't really associate with people that are deliberate fanboys of a specific box. Like for me, I don't mind the PlayStation, you know, gamer, a PlayStation gamer that they're not a fanboy, but they prefer PlayStation. The same thing with Xbox. You're not a fanboy, but you prefer Xbox. Like that, all that stuff is completely fair. That's the type of people I like to be around, because at least you can kind of have a reasonable conversation with those people. They're not just out there to defend a fucking brand till death do them part. That, you know what I mean? Cass is wrong. She's in fact a furry. Oh my god. Maitu says, Cassie, would you go on the podcast, get some of Hargeet's money? As you know, as nice as extra money would be, I don't need the money like that. I haven't really had time to do many podcasts at all, honestly. I'm just usually exhausted, or like podcasts start at times where either I'm about to go to work or I'm just waking up to get ready to go to work. So it's kind of difficult for me to make that kind of time. I don't think I would have an issue with Hargeet or Kay Asante or Web Dave. I know Web Dave is pretty reasonable. Hargeet can be pretty reasonable. In this situation, I don't think he was reasonable, but at the same time, I feel as though he's giving the same energy that D-Batch would give anybody pretty much. So, not that that is acceptable, but at some point that, you know, when you're truly an obnoxious asshole, people are just going to treat you how they know that you would treat them. So, hey, if you're right, you're right. Absolutely. You should absolutely do more podcasts. I mean, if I had the time to, I would consider it. I meant to do TSWS this Sunday night, but I woke up late. And I'm like, oh god, I gotta get, you know, I had to do a couple things for Ziggy. I had to clean his litter box, honestly. But you know, I had a couple of things to do before that, and I woke up late. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry I can't make it. You know, because I would literally have to leave early in the podcast to go to work. So it's kind of a little bit rough. Hargeet's such a nice guy. No, Hargeet's mad chill. He's mad chill, but he definitely, I will say this, he's had a couple moments where he has had like a mini crash out. Like it does happen on occasion, but I think overall Hargeet is a pretty cool dude. I don't think I would have any issues with him because I choose to be reasonable to people that I can tell are reasonable. And then with people that are not reasonable, I just act like a fucking scumbag too. But I definitely pay attention to how people move in the space and go about it accordingly. So.
DLSS 5 aka the Pixar filter thanked Gabin Imand.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that actually next, Hero Culture. Yeah, it's I have a lot of different thoughts. Like it's honestly I can't say I'm mixed. I'm very fucking mixed on this. Hargeet means no harm. I love my litter box. It takes kitchen sized trash bags and dumps it for me. That's pretty slick. Hell yeah. His name is Hargeet. Hey, yo, Taylor, are you good, bro? Cross contamination will corrupt our tall boy. Oh my god. I don't know about all that because these motherfuckers have tried to change me and they can't. And I think that is why they've been crashing out. For me, all my decision making is mine and mine alone, damn it. Just don't, honestly, the only thing that would probably make me crash out is going on a podcast and talking to a dude that has a PC. They're on a console. They bought a PC kicking and screaming, and then they cry about my settings. I think that my game settings, my in-game settings, having to sit there and tinker with in-game settings, I think that is probably the only thing that'll make me crash the fuck out, because I think it's the most retarded argument ever. Yo, Hero Culture, thank you so much for the 13 months, my guy. I appreciate you, dog. You go, girl. I appreciate you, man. The chat can't even change Cassie enough to wear the dress exactly, Mason. See, you know that, y'all know that I don't fuck around. I don't cave to nonsense. I mean, what? All right, so we got a couple of things to get through. Bro, the DLSS hate is crazy. I get it, but the thing is optional, like frame gen. I don't really use it like that, but it comes handy in some instances. Women wear makeup and heels. God damn, you comparing that shit to bitches putting on their war paint. That's crazy. Yo, that's fire. I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking fire. Damn. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh man, but you don't know what you're gonna get. I have a lot of mixed opinions on this, right? I have a lot of mixed ones. We're gonna check out. I wanted to check out Asmongold's thoughts on it, because it was sent to me, so I'm kind of interested in seeing what his thoughts are. I was told it was worth a watch, and he's reacting to it, so I'll give you guys my thoughts on the whole situation as we play through it. All right, so as you guys may or may not know, NVIDIA put out a video yesterday while I was asleep. Yo, Nissan, thank you so much for the 5, my guy.
Hello fellow gamers. I also fear, insert topic of the week. Praise me for my virtuous social signal.
Yep. Jesus. You like the Starfield upgrade? Starfield DLSS looks great, I think. And here's the thing, I've seen that, and I agree. I think that it actually helps Starfield. But I think that the reason why that works is because I think while I like Starfield, I think Starfield is kind of an ugly fucking game. I'm just gonna be real. I think that the character models in Starfield are fucking ugly. Like, they are just ugly, and they're bland, and they're lacking. So it's like, I like the idea of, well, this is an ugly game because the devs just don't have it like that to make good-looking characters or a good-looking world. So it's nice to have the idea of, well, these developers suck at this, so I can flip a switch and fix it. Like, the idea of that is cool, but it doesn't fix the issue with Starfield. You know what I mean? Like, I want the developers to be better at what they do. I think that Starfield could have been a better game if the developers were better. But the problem is, I think that this really, my biggest concern is that this DLSS 5 may in fact just make developers even fucking lazier. Like, look at how DLSS itself has become entirely relied upon by a huge group of game developers. That is my issue. And you're telling me that these motherfuckers aren't going to lean entirely on DLSS 5 to fix their ugly fucking games? That they aren't going to go all in on that shit? They already went all in on DLSS, some of these cocksuckers. Some of these games come out day one unfucking playable without DLSS on. And that's even for some top tier fucking PCs. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Nissan, for the 5.
Like most things. Some good, some bad. Case by case scenario. It's the same
Absolutely.
as reshade and mods.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Now, a lot of people are arguing the whole artistic thing with it. And I'm like, look, I believe that video games are indeed art. But the thing is, like, yes, it's art from the developers themselves, but also it's art from the gamers too. Like, I'm all for mods. I'm all for all this good shit. Like, let me mod my game. Let me have control over the game. If people want to, put their little touch on this game by modding it a certain way, or fuck it, even the most degenerate shit, right? It's their fucking game to do that with. So like to be like, oh well, it's disgusting that this is art integrity being destroyed, and it's like, bro, I'm on PC where we do what the fuck we want with the game that we buy, like, you know what I mean? So I think that shit is crazy. Yo, Alucard, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, my guy. Shout out to the King Alucard. Welcome in, Real Virgil, waifu. Welcome in, Raiders. Appreciate the raid. Give me all the AI. I'll decide when and where I want to use it. Ultimately, that's how I feel, Nissan. To kind of just put my thoughts out there. Like, I think that it could definitely help, but I think that at times too, it is crazy weird. It's fucking weird.
I had to turn on FSR for BL4 to get to 60 FPS.
Yep.
If not, I was about 3-2. I have a XT. There are some games that you can't turn it off.
Yeah. I think that developers are. I think that Unreal Engine 5 has already done enough to make developers lazy as fuck. We're being raided. Lift up the barricades. I think Unreal Engine 5 has already done a lot to make developers lazy as fuck. I think that DLSS has also done a lot to make developers lazy as fuck. And I feel like this is the next step. Now, I've said a lot of negative stuff, but also there's some instances where I think that DLSS 5 is actually pretty cool. So let's see what Asmongold has to say about it.
Modders make games better. Look at all the Skyrim NPC mods and Fallout 4 NPC mods. This DLSS 5 just burns my eyes.
Yeah, it is very jarring. Absolutely. Link, thank you so much for the 5. Like, let's just look at this shit. This is Resident Evil Requiem. That's a different person. That is a different person. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Ugly Real Engine 5. Oh man, Demo Flow says, in addition, DLSS 5 is going to get so much better. They keep developing it. My grudge is with ponies that cap for PSSR, but hate DLSS. Yeah, because at the end of the day, all of this shit is gonna go the same route anyway. Like, let's just keep watching, because it is a dishonest conversation.
Okay, there's Leon. All right.
I think Leon looks pretty good. I think the other, the first one.
Showing some love.
Hey, appreciate that, Alucard. Thank you so much for the tanker, brother. To me, she doesn't seem like a different person, just her features are more lightened. I feel that way with Leon. I feel as though it's definitely different with Grace. I think that it's definitely a little too. I feel like the DLSS 5 is not as harsh with Leon as it is with Grace, because Leon still looks relatively the same. Grace, however, it looks off. They turned Grace into a Bonnie.
Oh, fuck!
God damn it. I despise Grace. She's worse than Star Wars. Wait, what? Esau, thank you for the 2, my guy.
DF had more re-footage in it and the chick looked much better in a different shot. Bad trailer choices.
That's fair as well. But here's the thing too. Like, Digital Foundry, like from everything that I was seeing, they were just dick eating it. They were just dick eating it. Like, my thing is, Digital Foundry, like, what is up with them in terms of just not asking like a lot of not actually analyzing certain shit? Because I heard people was picking out AI bullshit with DLSS 5 in the pictures. So we're gonna look into all that shit. Yo, shout out to my man Devastator. He's been a member for 2 years. What a fucking king. Thank you so much, my guy. That looks better. He does look good.
Not bad.
The lighting is pretty nice.
Hogwarts.
Oh my god. No, that's too heavy. That, bro, come on, bro. Can we be, that's too fucking heavy-handed. I think that's way too heavy-handed. Yo, it looks too fake. And just, I don't know, it's just highlighting too much detail. Yo, shout out to my man Alucard, just gifted a membership. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. They may go from 75 to 100. Like, I feel as though if they just did a little bit to that, because the character that they're fucking with here, I think that she had good detail. You know, maybe a little more highlighted, but this feels like it's too I don't want to say saturated, but it's too sharp. Like, the image is just way too fucking sharp. These games were not designed with this tech in mind, something to keep in mind. Well, absolutely, but the problem is that this DLSS is not, like, basically this is just an overall software thing, whereas it's not being told like how all these characters are meant to look. You know what I mean? Like, it's not developed, like the game DLSS 5 isn't told like, here is exactly how every part of this game should look. Like, it's just taking a guess. AI is too unpredictable. It might be useful for older games like GTA 5. Uncanny Valley. Yeah, it's too sharp. Way too sharp. Oh shit, my bad.
It's like a reverse Instagram filter. Nah, bro.
Isn't this the character you technically start out with? Isn't your character in like Hogwarts Legacy like, I don't know, like 15 or like 14 or something? Or like a kid? I don't remember. They're like a teenager. He looks too old now.
Bro. No.
He's a high school student.
No,
yeah, like,
bro, no.
See, it's like the problem is DLSS 5 is not going to know the context of how the age of all these characters. He's 25 now. Is that Sungrand Studios? No.
Person's 15? Yeah. Starfield?
Here's where
That's
I think it looks
really
good.
that bad. It's just like,
I think that looks good.
I think it's too predictive. That's really the problem. Is it's too predictive, and it's too aggressive with filling in the gaps that aren't there.
Yeah, exactly. It's too sharp. It's too sharp on too much shit. Way too sharp. So
15 going on 30.
Yo, Omega, you're not lying. Like, very, very, way older. And like I said, you know, these games aren't being developed, and like, it's not like the devs are going to tell DLSS 5, all right, so this is the age of all these characters. They look this specific way. No, like, DLSS 5 is just always going to take a guess. This shot looks fantastic. Let's see. Oh yeah, that definitely does look pretty solid. I think that literally this fucking filter, it looks like a filter. I'm not gonna, like, this is a great filter for some ugly fucking games. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. Looks like plastic surgery. And it's cool to have an option. He's 32 with kids. DLSS 5 makes Cass look 300 years old. All right, bro. All right, dog. I see how it is.
The Starfield one looks like plastic surgery.
Oh, man. You think, Link? Thank you so much for the 2, good brother. All right, let's see
It's
how
just-
FIFA looks.
Like I think
Not bad. Not bad. What I think started making sports games look more realistic is getting lighting correct. So if DLSS can concentrate on that more, I think it would be a massive W. I think that is way the fuck better. Cast doesn't look a day over 299. Holy shit. It is a filter. It's going to need tweaks and improvement over time. Remember how shit DLSS 1 was. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I agree with that. It's going to get better. But the thing is, it's not going to be perfect. I don't think at any point it's going to be perfect. Which, I mean, you know, I think that it's cool that once again, I think it's cool that it's an option. But at the same time, too, it is going to fuck some shit up. And it's going to be kind of weird. And I just know that it's not going to nail everything. And I think that the AI is kind of perpetuating some of the biggest issues in gaming, which is lazy game developers, all sorts of shit like that. Can DLSS 5 bring back Concord? Oh my god, Ron, no! No!
that probably with something like this, it would probably
Alright,
be
Devastator,
good.
fuck you, bro.
And the reason why I would say that is because
This looks very
it's
good.
even dude, actually I say that, look at the ball.
Wait, did
As some have pointed out, if I wanted to watch something that looks like Cornhub, I would go to Cornhub.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Lockwire. Thank you so much for the 5. I think that at some points, yes, some of these things look too weird and too uncanny. But I also think at some points it actually doesn't look bad. But did Digital Foundry at any point any of this shit out, like the imperfections? We will hit a point where AI handles all the graphical aspects of a game. You can't stop improvement of tools. Beat it, the GTA Defective Edition. Oh man. Yeah, I would like to see. Honestly, I've been playing GTA Vice City, the Definitive Edition. I'm actually curious how it would look. Cassie is Diana Ross's ancestor. Yo, that's crazy work, my guy. That's fucking wild. What are we doing?
Look at the ball.
Did Digital Foundry at any point any of this shit out? Any of the problems? It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
On more
I
realistic
mean,
shit.
I'm just not like I think that they overshot with this. I think
yeah,
that's
they
the
definitely
reality.
did.
They overshot, and the way that it creates
Now let's see the
like,
frame rate.
for
Yo,
example, like with this
real talk.
it makes the characters older and it puts features on them that they don't actually have. Like usually you have those cheekbones and knees here and that. Like this is usually something that manifests in like your 20s or 30s generally, right? And especially like even this wrinkle here on a person's face, like this is usually the indicator of a person who's like maybe 25 to like 40, right? 36 plus. Yeah, it's definitely like, I mean, and it depends on who it is, right? 30 plus. Yeah, maybe. Right. And so
in my opinion, this you have to ask, why did they decide to show this off right now? Right. And I really feel as though this is half-baked tech as of right now that's going to get better over time. But I really feel as though NVIDIA is throwing this shit out there to try and convince people to upgrade to the 5000 series. And unfortunately, there's some people that are already... I've seen some people say, yo, I feel like just saying fuck it and pulling the trigger and getting a 5000 series car. All because... And I really think it's because they saw this video. And I do not think 5000 series cards are going to do this shit well. I think that this is stuff that's going to be more reasonable, probably 6000 series, whatever have you, whether 6000 series is worth the fuck or not. But I really think that this is just them showing this early bullshit that's not ready, that is going, to convince some people to want to upgrade to a 5000 series card. Meanwhile, this shit isn't really ready for a 5000 series card. It needs time to bake. And all just bullshit. I really feel as though that's the case. I hate how plastic 2K looks now. Yo, Giggles, what's good, my man? As someone who regularly turns off any form of digital enhancements, DLSS, frame generation, etc., this doesn't really affect me. My PC is powerful enough to run games by itself. Hell yeah. This shit won't be in the next gen of consoles. This is proof of concept. Me thinks. They could buy my 5080 for 3K then. Yeah, I really do think that they're trying to convince people that there is a reason to spend anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 on a fucking high end 5000 series card. Are they not going back to 3K series for NVIDIA? Supposedly, I don't even know. I haven't even looked into that after it was said that it was going to happen. So, Peppa Pig DLSS 5 is fire. All right, bro. All right, bro.
This is a person who's in high school. So the way that it does predictive, like filling in, I think it's just very bad. I mean, that's really it. And it's the same thing with this woman here, right? Is that like her face there is not that wrinkly. It's not, but it fills it in a way that is
too much, bro. It's way too much.
Too extreme. I think that's it. And I think this is like, I'm a supporter of DLSS. I think DLSS is a great type of technology. But I think that right now it's not calibrated in a way that improves the experience. I think they can do a much better job than this. Right now, it just looks like basically you turned everything into an AI generation. I think that the best versions of this probably were like FIFA. But even the issue with FIFA, here's the problem, is that you have an uncanny valley that's created because of the rest of the game being more basically video gamey, but then the man's face is like just totally fucking photorealistic. And so that discrepancy, I think, creates a uncanny valley. More examples? Yeah, that's the way that I see it. I don't know, what do y'all think about this, right? And so it's out of place, more examples. Yeah, let me get to it, all right? So
yeah, I think it's something that people need to get used to. It's something that and there's some people that will never get used to it. That's just the reality of it. There's some people that never really jumped into true 3D gaming, right? There's some people that only prefer 2D stuff. Right? And every step up you go, there's, more people that are gonna choose to be left behind, which is completely fair. That's their option, right? But this shit is definitely not completely there yet. And I think that this is just Nissan might be right. It's just a concept that they're putting out there. Who the fuck knows if any of this is real? Like, we've been fooled with plenty of games that supposedly this is the gameplay, and turns out, yeah, the gameplay didn't even exist yet, right? So there's that. I mean, shit, look at the Perfect Dark reboot. They were showing us all that gameplay. It turns out that wasn't true. Like, that wasn't actual gameplay. That was what they intended to make. But that actually wasn't real gameplay. Yeah, Perfect Dark, exactly, Mason. Definitely other previous games prior. So who even knows if this shit is real? Honestly, don't trust these, especially what Smash and others have addressed of loss of creativity, imagination, innovation, and a few other things. Honestly, this still needs to be called out. I think, for me, obviously, I think it is absolutely important to call out the continued, shit game developers, the shit business practices. Like, we're going to continue to do that because that sadly isn't changing. It's actually getting worse in some instances. But yeah, I think that this is something that could be great and could be shit both at the same time. Terraria and Stardew Valley players are like, ew, 3D, yuck, exactly.
This one has some more examples. I can't believe NVIDIA looked at this AI on top of games filter and said to themselves, this is the future of gaming. Well, AI having an
Found a
overlay.
mod that makes you character's face better look in DMS.
Yeah, and my thing is, look, like for me, I'm not opposed to this technology. I'm skeptical of it. I'm not very trusting of NVIDIA now, especially more than ever. Don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to this technology because I like the idea of being able to mod shit. I like the idea of being able to change shit around. It's a video game. Like a video game is a different type of art from music, from film, right? And I feel very differently about video games versus how film is supposed to be. I very much strongly separate the two, personally. So, but thank you so much, Link, for the 5. Let me see what you got cooking over here. Yo, Pumpkin, welcome in, good sir. I hope you're doing good, brother. Let me see. So this is a mod for what game specifically? I'm looking at it. Oh, this is a Starfield mod. All right, so this is a Starfield mod that makes your a character. I'm not sure if it's your character or whatever have you, but this is Starfield mod, and she looks pretty. She looks very pretty. This is definitely an improvement over how most Starfield characters look, if not all of them, for sure. I'm opposed to it if I can't control it. Absolutely, Volk. I like the thing about mods is that it's your decision, right? And I think that should always be the case. It should be your decision. There's some losers, and a lot of these losers happen to be on the consoles, that hate and are completely opposed to PC gamers being able to mod their games at all. Which, I mean, go fuck yourself. I think you're a piece of shit. If you give enough of a fuck to care what somebody does with their single player game experience. Now, multiplayer, obviously it's a different conversation. And even that, if you want to mod the game to where your character looks a certain way in a fucking online game, and obviously it doesn't tamper with the anti-cheat, whatever have you, right? But as long as it doesn't fall into cheating territory, I don't give a shit.
Ram died for these realistic graphics.
Yeah. I mean, Ram died really because companies are greedy as fuck. Like, I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, this is why everything's super high in price. Everything is super high in price because these companies literally threw you aside instead of accommodating everything that they want to do. Because they don't care about you. That's pretty fucking obvious. They said, well, we'll give up on this money because the other money's bigger. When they have all the luxury, all the ability to accommodate both. That's really why Ram died. That's just what it is. Thank you so much for this too, Lockwire. For $4,000, I'm gonna do what I want with my PC. Absolutely, Mason. 100%. And I don't mind these mods. I do not mind the option of DLSS 5. But it definitely does need work. I think it needs to, it needs time to get better, obviously, and it needs to learn shit, right? But I don't mind any of this. This is a big improvement for Starfield. So that's a cool mod. I appreciate you sending that in, Link. It is a good example to really draw from. I think that we can find a good in-between there with DLSS, or if you want to go out of your way to mod it instead, that is an option too. But my artistic intent, I mean, yes, I think that I appreciate the artistry in games, and I think that some video game companies are amazing artists, and I do want to protect artistic integrity and intent, but also a gamer buys their game and they should be allowed to do what they want to do with it, as long as it doesn't impede on other gamers. straight up, because that's what video games are. Like, the entire point of why a video game exists is so that you, the player, can directly make decisions in the game. You can see out the story and the gameplay and your movement. Like, you're the one. It's not like a movie. You put on the movie, you just simply watch the movie play out. No, like, you are directly the main factor in deciding what the game does and what, and that shouldn't just stop at the controller. That should never stop. Mods are the equivalent of fan edits of films. Yeah, no, I agree with that too, but I think it's even more, I think it should be highlighted more and taken more seriously than fan edits of films. Because the entire reasoning why video games is the greatest form of entertainment is because the viewer can do more than just view. Like, their direct interaction is what makes gaming gaming. So it should be more than just picking up a controller. The interaction should not be limited. So on that front, yes, I do appreciate and I will highlight a game developer's creativity and their artistry. But at the same time, a video game is a video game. The reason why video games exist, the reason why they're better than everything else in terms of entertainment, is because the viewer, the player, directly interacts and makes the video game what it is. Without the player, you have nothing. Console Pen is the reason for keeping what the developers intended. When NPCs go random T-posing, and that developers intended. That is what developers intended. Am I right? Console peasants, keep enjoying your bugs and glitches, and oh my god, keep enjoying your bugs and glitch, console peasants. Oh man, but yeah, like when they oppose like mods and stuff, it's all because of jealousy. Like, we know that mods can indeed make the game way the fuck better if that's what the mod sets out to do. Now, there's mods that are completely juvenile or...
Last one, check DMS, it's Sayana from Skyrim.
I got you. Like, some mods are absolutely degenerate, and I support those as well. Because at the end of the day, it's your fucking game. You bought it. Right? But, a lot of people are genuinely just jealous that they don't have the ability to do as much shit with their game on the console, because they just simply can't. All right, so this is Skyrim edit. A mod, I should say. And a very nice looking character. Very, very nice. Definitely a lot better, nicer looking than, you know, your average Skyrim character model, that's for sure. I like that. That's cool. I like her eyes, especially in the dark. That stands out pretty dope. But yeah, I will always stand for a gamer's ability to mod, interject, put their personal stamp on a game. You see what I'm saying, Cass? They are trying to 1984 everything by putting it out of the range of the consumer. No, I feel you on that. Absolutely. It is, when you introduce new things, there is new concerns, right? And that's why we're having the discussion. I think it's important to have this discussion, because I think that theoretically this could be amazing. I think that all the most fucked up changes or like new technology that's been introduced into all of society, like, originally had this perfect intent, right? But then obviously people get their hands on this technology, mega corporations, suits and ties, whatever have you, right? Like government, they get their hands on this awesome technology that could theoretically solve all of the world's problems and use it to fuck everything up, because that's just how fucked up people are, right? And that's why when something new is introduced, AI is this new thing, and it's probably the most advanced thing we're going to see within our lifetime, the biggest advancement we shall see within our lifetime. It brings about new discussions, new concerns, all sorts of things. All sorts of things. Yo, what's up? Trunk said NVIDIA used 2 RTX 5090 cards to run the demo. However, the technology will use 1 card at launch. We'll see. Trunks, I really do think that this is being showcased in order to convince people that are on the fence into buying a 5090, and it's not going to be that good when this shit first comes out. I will say, if you are considering, if this is what's making you consider buying a fucking retardedly overpriced 5090, please hold off. The longer you wait, the better your experience will be. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm saying just think it through a little bit. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't run out to Micro Center right the fuck now to get a 5090. Relax. Don't jump to conclusions on anything, because there's some people that are considering buying a 5090 after seeing this. And I'm telling you, personally, I don't think this is going to be ready. And I think that the longer you wait, the better the experience is going to be. Change is scary, I get it, but change will not stop you from enjoying the backlog if necessary. And that's a good point as well. Yo, Adriana, what's up? Said I've been trolling ponies on X with a PS5 versus DLSS 5 comparison. They are saying it's the Switch version, which is crazy, thinking your PS5 looks like a Switch game. Oh my god, they're that stupid. They are already that stupid. Trunk says, I already have a 9070 XT, and that's completely fine. But Trunks, I have seen some people, like, since this came out, like I've seen some people saying, yo, I feel like getting a 5090. It's like, oh my god, please don't spend like $3,000 over just seeing this, man. Just wait. Just fucking wait. You know what I mean? Like, please. Like, and like I said, if you want to buy a 5090, do what you want to do, right? I'm not telling you what to do, but please, all I'm saying is please do it for the right fucking reasons. You know what I mean? Or at least reasons that are more than just this. Why would anyone want to buy a 5090 when these idiots are vibe coding a shit ton of NVIDIA drivers now?
NVIDIA, we made DLSS 5 to make your characters pretty. The modding community, are we a joke to you?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, right? Like, you're not lying. Yeah, like, the thing about the modding community is that, like, I think DLSS 5 is really cool because it handles everything instantaneously. But I really just genuinely don't feel it will ever have that personal level of touch that the modding community does have, because the modding community takes into account all of the little details, right? And you may not always agree with the modding community's personal touch on something, right? And that's completely fine too. You could bring that up as an opposition point. But at least the people that are modding the games to make them, characters visually look better, at least those people do take into account like the details, the nuance of a specific character, stuff like that. Whether you agree with their vision or not, there's that. But at least it's gonna have that nuance. If DLSS 5 gives me a boob slider, oh my god, A is like, yo, if I can make all the titties bigger, I'm buying a 5090. I don't care if I have to pay $4,000. Yo, that's crazy, bro. If you can find it or it's in the budget, yeah. Yeah, Cass, NVIDIA AI coding is so much of their drivers is the height of stupidity. No, I agree. Like, look, don't get me wrong. I understand where people are coming from. Like, yeah, NVIDIA drivers are a fucking disaster. Completely understand. That didn't stop me from buying a 4080. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. I know it's not the best decision ever. I know that. I understand, but I needed some of the software features that NVIDIA has. I just needed it for streaming. If I wasn't a streamer, if I didn't do YouTube, I would have bought a 9070 XT and been happy, because I would have got pretty much the same shit. But I specifically needed a couple of things that NVIDIA does do that AMD does not have an alternative for, and that's just what it is. So I do choose not to update my drivers whenever. I'm just that way.
I'm just games. I'm gonna be real,
I avoid
guys.
updating
like,
drivers.
I know everybody is like, people like to fucking, circle jerk about this. It is the future. I think it is. But just because it's the future doesn't mean every step forward doesn't need 2 steps back. Sometimes you go in a direction, like this is a good example.
You have to make adjustments. We're crossing into new ground, and there's new advancements, but some things need to be adjusted. Absolutely. DLSS 5 is giving devs more excuses to be even more lazy than they already are. And that is one of my biggest concerns. Absolutely, Drewski. Cassie's right. People should wait, especially the problems that NVIDIA and companies is giving the consumer by not giving the consumer memory, HDD, SSD, RAM. Others are hard to get right now. I mean, honestly, look, real talk, these cards are not worth buying at the prices that they are right now. They're just not. And it's definitely not good to reward NVIDIA for fucking you, essentially. That's literally, unfortunately, that's the reality of it. Like, buying a card, going to Micro Center and buying a 5090 is literally just rewarding NVIDIA for fucking you tender. For fucking us all tender in the grand scheme of things. Sad to say, that's just what it is.
We had VHS tapes, right? And then we also had, remember the laser disc? Well, that one didn't work. This is a laser disc. This is a Virtual Boy. This is a this is a Zune. This is a I think I feel like I've got enough, right? Like, I mean, it's what I'm saying is that it's an offshoot. It's a technological innovation that I don't think is going to resonate with the public. It's a mini CD. Yeah, it's a mini CD. So we got this too. I mean, it doesn't look awful.
Cars
right?
look weird. They do look weird.
I mean,
it looks. Bro, what is this? What the fuck is that? It looks too smudgy in backgrounds. And some motherfuckers want to buy a 5090 to look at this. Are we good? Are we good, brother?
Yeah, I mean, it looks too sharp. The one that I felt was problematic was the next one. This one. Like, there's something wrong about this one. And I think that's
it's too like smudged. It's like smudging. It's like smudging the entire background and then sharpening the smudges. It's like watching James Cameron movie in 4K. Yes, you're not fucking lying. Quite literally. Quite literally. It's AI generated slop. What did you expect? I mean, but we have human generated slop too. So like, to me, to just call anything AI generated slop doesn't mean anything, because we have seen plenty of games this entire generation that didn't involve AI, that are made by humans, and they are fucking slop games too. So I get it. There's definitely AI slop that's like, ugh, like it's like garbage. It's not even entertaining. It's just shit posts, right? But like, shit posts can come from anyone or anything. There's more nuance to the conversation than that. Is what I'm saying. But because I think that there's some instances where this AI slop does look better than the human-made slop. It does. And then there's some shit where it's like, all right, this is disgusting. Like this is disgusting. This is a smudge screen that's now sharpened using AI. Can I cite a game that looks like lazy slop for the art? You're more than welcome to, Netflix. You already know it's open combo.
25 at my local micro center for 3700. Ain't nobody buying this fire trap card.
Yo, Ebon, I would like to think that you're right, but I've seen a lot of fucking people do some insane, irrational shit every fucking day. Every fucking day. It's insane to me. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. I would hope that people can rationalize, like, come to a rational conclusion that these prices are insane and not acceptable, and say no. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are convinced by this type of shit, I gotta go out and buy this card. I don't care how much it costs. Unfortunately, you do have some of those people. Look at Culpset
Wait, can
Begins.
it put Cass in a sundress though eyes?
No. How? No. Fuck no. Hold on. Let me see what you're talking about here, Netflix. Let me see. Look at Culpset Begins art. I don't even know what that is. I never heard of it. Oh, I see. It has a Steam page. All right, so compare it to previous Culpset games, especially the battle art scene. All right, let's see what we could do here. I know nothing of this franchise, so forgive me for my ignorance. In all fairness, I don't think that the art looks bad. It's definitely kind of, I don't want to say jarring, but it's definitely different from other art that I've seen. But like I said, I have no, let me see their other games. Oh, let me see if I could find more of these. Because I don't know anything about this franchise. I can't speak for it. All right, Culpsept the first. So we looked at Culpsept Begins. All right, so now this is like, old school pixel art. Yeah, this is definitely super old school. Reminds me of like playing Yu-Gi-Oh on Game Boy Color. With the cards especially. Are there any other games prior to this? I mean, or excuse me, that came out after this? Because I mean, you know, this is a game that looks like it came out a very, very long time ago. Let me see. I'm gonna have to do some research here. Let me see when Culpsept released. All right, so we've had 3DS games. I see a 3DS game here. Let me see if I could find some art for the 3DS game. All right, so here's something here. I don't know if this helps you guys. I do like this art. And this is the 3DS game. I do like this character. I think it looks really cool. I wouldn't mind playing as a character like that. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I kind of. Now let's go back. Trying to get an idea. This definitely, like, I get where you're coming from. It's like very fucking, like, it is weird. I don't know if it's like AI slop, and maybe the fact that I'm confused on it, maybe it's that you can consider they've won essentially. But yeah, like this definitely feels more like traditional art, and this just feels like it's kind of, I mean, it doesn't look awful, but it definitely looks, I would choose this because it looks more mature looking. Cassie's crush. I do like that character. I think he looks very cute. Yeah, this is like, I just from a mature aspect, I would choose the 3DS game because this one looks more childish. And while I don't mind childish looking games, AI games will be no different. While I do not mind childish games, I do generally have a preference. I would prefer something that looks more like that. But it does, I understand where you're coming from. It definitely does have a weird look to it. If I had more nuance or understanding of the franchise, maybe I would have more of like an opinion, but I literally know nothing about this franchise. As a matter of fact, I've never heard of it up until you've mentioned it, which is Shameful on my part, admittedly. So I think it's slop in that the art is lazy for begins. That they aren't really trying. And I don't see, I'm not an artist. I don't think it looks awful, but I don't like it as much as I like the other one. And that's just a personal thing. If you don't find it acceptable and you're a longtime fan, I don't blame you. But yeah. Cold Sept is basically like Monopoly mixed with Magic the Gathering. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if it'd necessarily be for me, but it's definitely interesting. That's something else.
This is the one that I think is problematic. The other ones are like, who knows? But this one is definitely like, it's the lighting, the face. I think it's like the framing, etc. Like this one.
There's some AI slob videos that do look really realistic because they have like this, they're almost able to make the videos look as though they're actually camera or like on a cam, which is cool. But a lot of these AI, filters.
What's the Cass in a sundress and no sock goal?
Say what? No sock goal, Daireezy? Yo, son, that sounds crazy. No socks? Nah, son, we gotta have our socks, bro. Yo, son, my feet are kind of cold and I have socks on right now. Fuck that. Thank you so much for the tuto, my guy.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to looking at shitty video games, right? And so I see something like this and it doesn't like immediately fucking, is there, if AI is generating the visuals, does the original art direction even matter anymore? And I think this is a great question that he's bringing up. I think this is smart. Like the art direction of certain video games is in order to be in a certain case, like, what's the word for it? Like it's sometimes having things that
yeah, Mason, that's kind of what I'm alluding to, but from the opposite direction. Like there's, AI slop and then there's like human slop. But then there's some dope ass AI shit that looks cool as fuck, and then there's some dope human made shit that looks dope as fuck. Like it could be like, I think either or can be absolutely dog shit, and either or can be fucking awesome. It really just depends on like really direction and how it's handled overall. So let them piggies breed. Yo, son, y'all on some foot fetish shit today. Y'all are weird.
Aren't between the lines.
Y'all weird as hell.
Makes the lines that do exist more meaningful. And I think that like you see this with some pixel art that's scaled up, that when a pixel art is scaled up, it actually loses some of its original grit and it's kind of like it's the appeal and allure of it. Because
to be honest with you, I get how people feel about that type of stuff, but I don't mind a softer looking pixel art. I don't mind it. I don't mind the old school shit either. If you take it back, bro, I still play my fucking GBA, right? I still play my GBA, but I do understand that some people don't really fuck with like a softer style pixel art. So it really just depends. I'm not very picky. I enjoy pixel art either way. I think the old school look is awesome. How it looks now, under new, visual circumstances and better visual technology. I don't mind either. So, yo, Dashy, what's good, my man? Hope you're doing well, brother.
Art direction was the first thing that came to mind. The AI can't predict what the creators were going for. The Re9 stills look terrible.
I think Grace looked awful. They were saying Digital Foundry looked at other images, and they were saying those looked better. I think Leon looked fine. But I was also bringing that up too, Dash. Like, the thing is, DLSS 5 isn't going to get the nuance of what all the people should look like, what every specific, like, look, here's a perfect example, right? Is anybody here a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? There is it is widely known by longtime fans of the original series that if you buy the Blu-ray version of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, it's complete crap because they upscaled it and it removed all of the filters from the series. So the only original the only version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that you can get that it's actually done the way it was intended is if you buy the DVD. They have some filters in certain scenes that are supposed to make, like, specifically make it so that it looks like it's nighttime even though it's daytime, or like, like it's like make it look like it's like about the sun is starting to go down instead of it being like, morning. Like, there's filters like that were removed when they did the remaster for full HD. And so it fucks up the series because there's a lot of filters that were not reinitiated after they upscaled the series. So if you buy the Blu-ray version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's fucking awful and it makes no sense in certain segments. So, like, stuff like that, like, what I'm relating to is that DLSS 5 isn't going to have that nuance, just like the people that just ran in and lazily remastered it and didn't actually take into account all the scenes and the way that they were, the filters that were put on it and just shit like that. Like, the people just ran in and lazily remastered it, didn't curate all the scenes and how, they were edited, on the cutting on the editing floor. They just ignored the editing floor of the series itself and fucked up the entire series HD release. So if you go watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer on one of these fucking, Netflixes or whatever the fuck have you, you're getting the shit version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that just completely ignores the editing floor. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, humans can ignore the nuances of the art that was created, as well as DLSS 5. That's the relation, like, all that stuff, it's fucked up, right? And if DLSS 5 is going to ignore nuances, like if you're going to make a 12-year-old look like they're fucking 35, like, yeah, I'm going to turn that shit off because it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird as fuck. And then I'm just thinking of creeps and how all right, bro. The Hogwarts thing has me all fucked up because, like, the fucking 15-year-old that you play as looking like they're 30, and I could imagine some creep being able to justify being visually attracted to the character, right? Stuff like that. Oh, well, they look of age. Shut the fuck up. Like, we're gonna have more of these arguments now. Shit like that, you know what I mean? But I digress. Let's not go there. But then again, my hope for humanity is very low. Buffy would have been filmed on garbage 90s TV tape. Remasters for the show would have been pointless. Cassie, check DMs real quick. What the fuck? Yo, why is Silent Hill selling dick plushies?
I'm more of a 90s charmed guy, not the CW version.
I got you, bro. Thank you so much for the 2 hero culture. I never actually watched Charmed. I know that's heresy. I get it. Anything girly did not fuck with at all. Charmed was too girly for me. I watched I was a Xena girl because Xena, despite being, like a female Hercules, was still doing some crazy ass shit and was dope as hell. It was like she was cool as fuck, whereas Charmed is just too girly for me. Cass bought it for sure. Why would I buy this? I've never played Silent Hill. Why would I buy a dick plush from Silent Hill when I don't even fuck with Silent Hill? Are we good, brother? I'm muted. That's a lie. She was an Angel girl, and we all know it. No, I've never actually watched Angel. I've only watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They'll be tracking how many people are using it. Do you think they'd ever release usage numbers for DLSS 5? Probably not. Probably not. Or it would be framed in some very obscure way that doesn't actually give us hard numbers. At least it did, as the gold finally stopped pretending to understand politics for what hour. I guess so. I guess so.
because it fills in gaps that weren't really meant to be filled in. And I think that's the best way to look at it, right? Like Borderlands, I don't know about Borderlands, right? I'm just saying in general. But in general, like art direction does matter a lot with media. And I think that the real problem, like DLSS, I think is a great piece of software for people that don't have good technology. And I think overall, it will be useful for most people. Like most people will be able to use DLSS and be like, oh, this is good. But I think this is definitely them overshooting. It's absolutely them overshooting. And I find it to be problematic. Let me go.
It is too early. It is too early to really say for sure the validity of this. I think at some point there will be some serious validity, and I think that there's some realities that some games they might be fun for you to play, but some of them will look like absolute dog shit, and you'll give an AI filter a shot, right? I think Starfield. I liked playing Starfield, but if you're saying, well, you can give this AI filter a shot, and it might look better, I would give it a try. Fuck it. What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? I don't like. I think anybody that sits here and says Starfield looks absolutely gorgeous, one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in my life. Like, bro, motherfucker, you're lying. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucking lying, my guy. Like, nothing is problematic. NVIDIA is gonna do what they do. Good luck shaming them on social media. The whole shaming thing is like weird to me. Like, not everything needs to be a fucking purity test. It's just, is there validity to this right now or not? And I'd say situationally, if the game is really shit, fuck it, why not? But for most games that I think look fine, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna fucking do it. Unless this gets better, unless this improves, which likely it will over time. The more you buy, the more you save. Yo, Spec, what's good, my man? I'm not even mad they tried it. I'm disgusted that they thought this shit was even good enough. Yeah, it's still too early. It's still too early, and there's fuck ups in it all too. And can anyone answer me this? Did Digital Foundry call out any fuck ups that they've seen while looking at any of this shit? Because it's important. Like, Digital Foundry wants to act like they're our friends and shit. Like, they're analyzing things. Like, are you analyzing any of this truly, or are you just a fucking NVIDIA mouthpiece? Like, that's my fucking problem, right? Because at least we'll sit here and have the real conversations, right? And I'm not a tech person. I'm not fucking super smart by any means, but I know what the fuck I'm seeing, right? I put my glasses on. I can see relatively everything within reason. But Digital Foundry should fucking know better. They should fucking know better. Only John Letterman and he was blindsided. Do you really believe that he was blindsided, though? I don't know if I believe that. I think that Digital Foundry are a bunch of fucking bullshit artists. The prettier the dress, the more masculine the tomboy. Hey, yo. But the fact that they're just an NVIDIA fucking mouthpiece, they are free advertisement for NVIDIA, is fucking disgusting, because they have the tools to figure shit out, to analyze things, right? I don't do any of the analytical shit, but we could sit here and we could all dissect things and we could find information and we could question things. What the fuck are they doing with all the information that they got, with all the tools that they got? Like, literally, you're just fucking dick eating. You're just throating NVIDIA. You're not asking any fucking questions. You're not pointing this out, that this is a problem, that's a problem, and there's general concern. No, you're just an NVIDIA mouthpiece. All right, get the fuck out of here, Digital Foundry. I'm so tired of people referencing them like they deserve any fucking credibility whatsoever. They're a shill just like all these other cocksuckers out here. Fucking retarded. Can we get cast to work with Steve from Gamers Nexus? Bro, that dude speaks on a whole other level. I'm ignorant. I am very fucking ignorant. Right? Because, bro, I'm not a tech person. That's a tech person. Right? But at least Steve, from everything I've seen, he definitely tries to dive into the nitty-gritty of shit, and he asks questions, and he's willing to do some investigations and stuff like that. I could appreciate that. They don't even do Linux and AMD benchmarks outside of Switch 2 and consoles. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, they're a fucking joke in Digital Foundry. And I'm glad that people are starting to wake the fuck up to it.
Go back. Okay, so this is with Hogwarts Legacy. And I'll see if there's any more of these to look at. More examples? Yeah, sure. I can look at some more examples. I haven't seen this one. This one's new. A generic filter over games? Yeah.
Oh no, that's too crazy, bro. It looks fucking weird. Okay, that looks cool. I'm trying to look at background for shit. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. I think this really does help lighting a lot.
Yeah, I'm starting to really see that. I think that, yeah, the problem is that it overrides art direction. I think that's probably the best way to say it.
It is too much. It's too much of an overlay filter.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? We'll watch it one more time.
Like, I think the problem is that this is a one size fits all, right? Like, I've played games that legitimately have like it's like a remaster, right? What is it called? Fuck, I'm trying to think of it. Monster something. Monster Boy? Let me see. Not Monster Boy, but it's the same type of, it's the same franchise. It's the original one. Fuck. Let me see. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. What's the original? Wonder Boy. They did a remake of Wonder Boy in the Monsterland, I think it was. So they did a remake of one of the Wonder Boy games, right? And they had the original game there, you know, just high def and all that stuff. I played it on the Switch, the original Switch. Then they had this other thing. It was literally like an overlay that you can activate, and that completely just redoes the graphics. At any point, you could turn the filter. It's literally like a filter. You could turn it on and off whenever you want throughout the game. It is awesome. It is really cool. But like, it's a filter that was created by the devs and very specific for the game, wanting to make the same game play exactly the same, but all new visuals across the board. And it was beautiful. I think it was awesome. I preferred the filter on top, like the remake filter that looked beautiful as fuck, but also, you know, obviously the option to take it off was really cool as well. And all that stuff is really good. Yo, Partial, thank you so much for the 11 months. I think that was awesome. The problem with DLSS 5 is that it is essentially choosing a one size fits all and having like an overlay filter for every fucking game. That is essentially one size fits all. They just randomly decide how to make the game look, you know, for every game. And that's like, that's very hard to, you know, to make sure that it does a reasonable job with everything. It fixes the light. People don't understand that light makes everything look different. People who are into photography know. Facts. No, absolutely. Honestly, if they could work on making this cater towards like lighting and shadows really well, and not so much concentrate on sharpening and creating just new like sorts of looking textures entirely, like I think that would be a big benefit for sure. Like honestly, lighting and shadows, if you get that right in a game, it could take the game to a whole new level visually. Not every game. It's only in games that opt in for now. And that's true as well. Yo, Scooby Pup. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Scooby Pup. But yeah, no, that's true too. Supposedly devs will make their own filters. So there's that. Oh, yo, they're setting up so that devs have to do as little as fucking possible. Holy shit. So we're going to have developers that have no idea how to do any fucking thing. We are headed for an interesting future, ladies and gentlemen.
Background cars at 7 seconds. Okay, let me see that. Background cars at 7 seconds. Where the hell did it go? The fuck is it? Background cars at 7 seconds. Okay, let me watch it. Nope. Nope.
Oh shit. Hold on, what the fuck happened?
Fuck is it? Background cars at 7 seconds. Okay, let me watch it. Nope.
What the hell happened here?
Nope.
See, this is the problem with the AI. If you could, like I said, if you could work on DLSS 5, really just handling shadows and lighting, that is amazing. But when it's doing shit like this, that is my problem. That is the issue. This is something that we've seen with AI for now, what, past 2-3 years or more than that. It's just adding random shit for the sake of adding random shit. So that is a major issue. That's not what we want.
Yeah, nope. Nope. Oh, that's a nope. Got them 6-wheeler station wagon. There it is.
No?
A few frames back.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
Wait, why the hell did it hit that car?
And a big problem with AI since its inception is that in motion it gets pretty nasty fast. It gets too smudgy. So that's stuff that the AI got to work on. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, it's just like, man. Like, this isn't the NVIDIA one. I don't know if it is or not. I mean, like, in general, like, I just feel like right now, like, let me see. Oh, this is one they didn't show. I guess I'll just play the other 2 videos, right? I mean, we might as well if they've got any other clips of it. I don't care about FIFA. I don't even want to look at FIFA. But
I'm just concerned that there is going to be a future, or at least a period of time where there's going to be a transition from like actual crafted art to just like completely just, if you want to play this game, you have to activate the AI, the DLSS 5 or whatever the fuck, DLSS 8, right? Theoretically. And when it's a requirement, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that, man. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. It's definitely gonna be weird as fuck. And to be honest with you, I feel like it's gonna be more of the same. I feel like AI is introduced like more of the same, but like we're more like intrigued at the fact that it's not handcrafted anymore. You know what I mean? Which I don't know. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? It's like, do I want to see people lose their jobs? No, but the reality is those people, a lot of them aren't getting better at their jobs. Unfortunately, the best of the best are retired or dead, or they're about to retire, right? So it's a lot of different concerns that I have that I don't know what the future holds other than to just see how things play out. But it does feel like it is more of the same, where I think we're going to see some amazing things that AI does make using this type of technology, which is going to be cool because at the end of the day, if it's a good game that I like and I like the aesthetic of, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to play it either way. You know what I mean? But, then there's going to be the AI made shit that looks like ass, and like how game developers are now. Right. So I don't know. I never took Digital Foundry serious from day one. How did it not spark in people's heads that Digital Foundry is run by a bunch of corporate hacks when they shamelessly played the Switch 2 trailers as an analysis? Oh, man.
These.
All right. I think we got the gist
That's
of this.
a crazy difference.
That is a big difference. I think that DLSS looks amazing when shit is not in motion. Like, we need to see more. Like, they're showing you all this shit, right, on NVIDIA's videos, specifically, when everything is paused. Motherfucker, we need to see more shit in motion. All right? Yeah, how about y'all do that DLSS in a live stream where you're playing a game? How about you do that? I want to see that. Always remember that AI is a misnomer. These are algorithms, nothing more, not yet. This is too early access. Yeah, this isn't even early. Dark, what I feel like, this isn't even the early access yet. This is just, this is just, AI's version of concept art. I really feel that that's the case. I don't know what's going to happen. I honestly, I feel like this is just a scheme to get people to want to jump into a 5090. I really do feel that way. don't fall for it, guys. I'm just what I'm
It
saying.
actually
Don't fall for
changes
it.
his expression substantially. Like this is not good.
Yeah, his eyes are dead now. That like as lack of detail as the original image had, his eyes are dead now.
It's just
Look, like his eyes there, it's like he's really more animated looking.
it's just not good.
Now he just looks dead inside. Now he just looks clueless. Yeah, I'm getting that dead inside feel. A 6090 feature, yeah. And that's not a good thing. Like you would think, like we already have that dead inside look from game devs. Like theoretically, you would think that the AI would be able to fix that. Yeah, exactly. Like soulless. Yeah. See, when it handles lighting, like I think that.
What happened to grapes?
Oh, the grapes. The grapes look like they were rotting. Let me see.
What happened to?
I think that it handles lighting kind of nice. Like, I think that looks cool. It made some of the grapes look more rotted.
What happened to grapes?
Kind of unnecessary detail. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think if you use it for lighting, it's cool. I think that honestly, they need a slider for this shit. DLSS 5 for how much, like, you know how some AI shit they give you a slider for how aggressive you want the AI to be. They definitely, this 100% needs a fucking slider, 100%, because I would put that shit preferably, if I'm gonna use it, it's gonna be at a minimum. All right, at a minimum. All right, I don't want that over AI saturated shit. It definitely need a fucking slider. Give us the performance levels just like regular DLSS. Exactly. Because for me, I think that this could be great, but I would preferably want to use it for my lighting and my shadows. And everything else minimum. You know what I mean? Like it definitely needs a slider option. It performance levels, whatever have you, it definitely needs some serious options to where I could put it on a minimal thing and it addresses some things that regular old horsepower struggles with and just leave it at that. Because I definitely have a lot of concerns. There's a lot of extra shit that doesn't quite make sense here. There's some things that do look nice. I think anything, because for me in every game I put shadows at medium. I usually put shadows and reflections at medium, or low, depending on the situation, what the situation calls for. But I always lower my shadows. If there's any way that gaming can handle shadowing without like fucking burning through your graphics card power, like all that shit would be cool. Yo, my man Casualties, what's up? What you said? Hey, Cass, just fired up Starfield. I can't get it to look as bad as NVIDIA did in the before shots of their videos. Were they using an RTX 5050? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're using an old, you know, I guess maybe they're using like DLSS. I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I think that it actually does make Starfield look a little better, bro. Starfield's kind of an ugly bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a while since I played Starfield, so I would definitely need to like actually compare between, you know, what they got versus what it's playing on my PC. But yeah, that is a good question. If it does actually look like worse, are they using like an old fucking card to show you the old version of the Starfield character, than using a fucking 5090 to show you the you know, AI DLSS 5 version? That's absolutely good questions. Let's be real. We all wish we could put on a DLSS 5 filter before we leave the house in the morning. Look, man, realistically speaking, if you're telling me switching on something can fix most of my problems with a video game, theoretically, that sounds amazing, right? All my issues with a game, a bitch looks ugly, all right? This area looks disgusting, all right? The lighting is off, right? You know, all these characters have ugly ass models. Like the overall character design across the board looks like shit, right? The thought of a Switch being able to fix most of that off rip like that is awesome. It's awesome, but it's not like that's just ignoring the nuance of the conversation. It is ignoring the nuance of it. They need to stop with the bullshit graphics. Have already peaked. I think that here's the thing, Drewski. Graphics have regressed. All right, graphics looked nicer to me last generation, my guy. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. Like, bro, some of the shit that we're seeing now on a fucking PS5, because I was playing on a PS4 and a PS4 Pro. Some of that shit look better on there than it do on a PS fucking 5. Like graphics and art style and all that shit, and using some of this software features have made games look shittier. I think graphics have absolutely fucking regressed. Now, how do they amend that? How do they fix that? How do we change for the better? Because they're struggling to harness the power that they need to make games look better than they did last generation. That's for sure. Sci-fi also lends itself towards the hyper-realistic look. So, let me see. We got that. We also have, bro, I need to show y'all some crazy shit. Need to show y'all something goofy as fuck. Let's show you this fucking cornball right here. Let's show you guys a professional cornball. What is this? What is this? You see these right here? What do y'all notice about these two videos? I'll read the titles for you. Huge PS5 Pro update. The Pisser 2.0 is here and crazy, and he's happy. He's happy. And then, literally, hours later, he puts out another video. NVIDIA reveals DLSS 5, and gamers hate it. Totally ruins game graphics. Can I get a little, can I get a little, drum roll for this fucking hypocrisy? This pure fucking hypocrisy.
Exposed.
How the fuck? Yo, how can you be this much of a dishonest fucking hack?
Exposed. Yeah. You're exposed, bitch. You're exposed. If you got no games,
Face
you're
views?
exposed,
Oh,
bitch.
man.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed, bitch. You're exposed. Exposed. Exposed.
PSSR, the pisser ain't shit. They capping for it.
If you play the way, nigga, you exposed.
Yo, son. Philip, we're gonna have to do funnies tomorrow. No, wait. Thursday. Guys, if you didn't already know, we're pushing Twilight Zone of Gaming to Friday, and I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming Crimson Desert, the intro, on Thursday instead. That's the plan. No doubt. We're going to do it Thursday, my guy. I think Pisser 2.0 is worse, to be honest. In what way? See, I don't have all the details on that, but I have seen some differences. Now, who's to say you don't know what the fuck is doctored and what's not, right? It's just the sharpening filter. I mean, some of that shit is sharpening is what you need. But
Heather
we do have some crazy levels of hypocrisy from our guy DreamcastGuy here, who said NVIDIA reveals DLSS 5 and gamers hate it, totally ruins game graphics. And let's see, because I think it's a bit of a mixed bag. I think at some points it does make it look good, and at some points it makes it look like shit. I think here, for example, you can't sit here and tell me that somehow Starfield looks worse with DLSS 5 on. You can't sit here and tell me that. I think you're being genuinely dishonest. Now, if there's some if the AI is changing shit up entirely to look retarded, then point it out, right? But you can't sit here and be like, "Oh, Starfield looks objectively worse with the AI filter on." You're a lying piece of shit. Straight up. I actually think Pisser 2 looks pretty good for a box, honestly. And I know them fighting words in Cassie's community, but I think the Pro isn't too bad. Pisser 1 looks like shit. I will agree to this. Absolutely, I think Pisser 1 is fucking awful. Like, me and my friends were like, me and the homies in the Discord, we were actually kind of concerned because they were saying that fucking the regular PS5 was going to use FSR 3. And motherfuckers was like, hold on. Like, and y'all ain't gonna use the Pisser 2, y'all are using Pisser 1, but apparently they're updating it at launch to where it keys Pisser 2. So then at that point, it's like, okay, so it has a chance. I think Pisser 2 looks better than Pisser 1, at least from the examples that I've seen. How can you cap for Pisser and hate on DLSS when Pisser is not even close to what DLSS can do? Because it's just not their box, really. At the end of the day, people are going to try and justify anything that they're already invested in. That's just kind of what it is. And even if they have to lie to themselves, and they will. They fucking will. To be fair, Starfield is not a good looking game to begin with. And I said this in the beginning of stream too. I like Starfield. I had a lot of fun at Starfield. I played Starfield for over 200 hours. To me, it was like the perfect cozy game that I wanted to play at the time. Yes, that's what I describe Starfield as. To me, it's a really fun fucking cozy game. But it is an ugly ass game. It is an ugly game. DLSS 4 is good. DLSS 5 is one I take issue with. Yes, because it does change a lot of things. And to me, I brought up plenty of issues with it, Catch D's, and I have my concerns, but in some situations, I think that it actually can be cool too. It really just it's still too early. If that's what NVIDIA deems is acceptable to show, and then not show much of this shit in motion. Yeah, they're not being y'all ain't convinced me of anything until we're seeing these games playing live.
Hey there, gamers. DreamcastGuy here. Today we're talking about NVIDIA because they just revealed the newest advancements in technology. Hey there, gamers. DreamcastGuy here. Today we're talking about NVIDIA.
And he picks up an Xbox control. All right.
Because they just revealed the newest advancements in technology.
See, I think that scene looks pretty fucking dope. Like, I think that as fucking weird as some of the graphics can look with the DLSS 5 filter on, it objectively makes Starfield look better.
DLSS 5. They just revealed this via a Digital Foundry video, which we got on the TV here by me. And this video is so bad. Digital Foundry says, yay, this is the future of technology. Auto smoothing that forcibly overlays the entire game's graphics with AI slop. Digital Foundry is claiming this is awesome. Digital Foundry, people are now mass unsubscribing for even supporting art that looks like such hot garbage.
Yo, it's so crazy how much he hates all of AI. It's fucking hilarious, even though unless PlayStation does it, obviously. But yeah, like, why do people like you, DreamcastGuy, put so much stake and claim on Digital Foundry? Why are you surprised? Like, I'm not at all surprised. I've always fucking, like, literally, we've seen Digital Foundry and plenty of times where they have actually fallen short, where they've actually fucked up, where they've actually been dishonest. Like, there's plenty of examples of this out there, and them being blatant fucking shills as well. Somehow you're surprised by this. Digital Foundry refused to even fucking look into Hogwarts Legacy because of the whole bullshit ass political pushback on the game. Like, literally, we've had Digital Foundry do dumb shit like that. Do you know of any alternative to Digital Foundry? There was one that it's a dude I was watching. I can't really give you a
This
definitive.
deformed gull and his lisp, it's annoying.
Yo, C-Star, thank you so much for the 2, my guy. There's people that do like specific things, like you have Alex. Oh no, it's Alex who will do PC port reviews, so how well the games run on PC. He does a lot of that. There's others that do things like that as well. There was one that I was looking at, and I need to ask my boy Sod. He would know, especially for PC. There's a dude that I watch occasionally, and Sod sends me a lot of his videos because he does breakdowns on shit, but I forget his fucking name. So I can't really give you that information because I forgot. My brain is you're talking to somebody whose brain is literally cotton candy, my guy. The guy who claims not to cover it because he hates open world games, covered Crimson Desert on the Pro. Which one? And Digital Foundry specifically? Over the top, dramatized YouTube video slop. Yeah, like, yo, it's so crazy. He just adamantly hates AI and calls all of it slop. Not just generative AI. He's just against all of AI. He doesn't even and there's proof of this because Cass stole Blaze's hat. Sony baby! Yo, MCH was giving him a man. With that, we know that he's against any and all AI. DreamcastGuy, specifically because he went all out in going completely against Microsoft because Microsoft has admitted that AI is going to assist them in their future video game creation, but there was no details into how they would allow that to be used, right? There's no details at all. He just is against any and all AI unless it's PlayStation. I don't use Gen AI, but I use AI to edit videos. I use generative AI for thumbnails because I don't care about thumbnails. And I've never paid anyone to make me a thumbnail. I never will pay anyone to make me a thumbnail. And I've always been dog shit at thumbnails anyway. But I just want to have the conversation. And anything that allows me to have a conversation in a YouTube video with more people, whatever. I can't wait till they announce frame generation in PS6. And he loves it. Absolutely. Because they're all going that way.
This is being completely pushed by NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is very much at the forefront of tech. They're trying to make AI supercomputers. They make some of the best graphics cards. They're like one of the biggest companies on the planet. They're technically like trillions and trillions of dollars. But I wanted to just do a deep dive because this is bad. This stuff is so anti-art. It is so anti-video game. The fact that they're even attempting this, it's a bold and...
You can't say that this is anti-video game. Like, I think that there's definitely a lot of concern here. But what are you going to exclaim that now mods are anti-video game? Like, how far does this go? Hey, yo, what? Devastator, are you good, brother? Digital Foundry kills it with the retro game and retro trade show retrospectives. Got to give John credit for that at least. And you know what? I'm ignorant to that. So I will take your word for that, Nissan, because I just don't go... I go out of my way mostly to just avoid Digital Foundry entirely as much as I possibly can. Occasionally I'll watch something that they got going on, but it's very rare when I do. And to be honest with you, I haven't given their retrospectives a chance, so I'm ignorant to it. Fawn says, hot take, I like most of what I saw with DLSS 5 tech demo. Yeah, there were some images that weren't good, but I liked a lot of them. And I think that some of them looked good. Some of them looked bad. Some of them I have questions. Really, I think where AI kind of struggles is in motion. And they didn't really show a lot of that. So I'm not opposed to it, especially if a game looks ugly. Fonz, I've said that Starfield looks ugly as fuck. I like the game. I played the fuck out the game, but it's an ugly fucking game. If I could use a Switch to improve the game's visuals by a lot, hey, that's cool. But at the same time, too, what are devs doing to get better? Because that's not what is going to encourage devs to get better. Matter of fact, it's probably going to encourage them to look worse. The problem is that, like, since these AI implementations for like DLSS and whatever, devs have said, well, fuck optimizing, right? Like, fuck optimizing, just use DLSS. And it's like, huh? That's not how that works, bro. This is supposed to be a tool to help, not a tool, a fucking necessary cog in the wheel that you need to work. And I feel as though, like, DLSS 5 is literally just going to tell these motherfuckers, well, fuck art direction. You know, like, all that stuff is my concern. But I think that in theory, with what I'm seeing, this could look awesome. It could definitely make some games that look like some nasty work look more interesting. Or, hey, hell, if I think a game looks retarded, but for some reason I want to play it, maybe the gameplay looks fun. And DLSS somehow makes it look more retarded. Or if a game looks cool and I want the game to look retarded, I'll turn on DLSS 5 so I can laugh at how retarded it looks. Like, there's so many different ways to look at this, right? So it's like, I'm not against it, but I am concerned. We have to see how it plays in motion. Absolutely. That's one thing that they avoided doing. 100%. But welcome in, Fonz. It's always good to see you, my guy.
Very stupid move that I'm glad is instantly blowing up in their faces. Everybody is pissed. Let's break it.
Not everybody. It's not everybody that's pissed. And like, what's crazy is whether people like it or not, this is happening. It's happening. And while I want things to be done correctly, we know they're gonna fucking do some dumb shit. It always happens, right? You can't sit here and be like, everyone fucking hates this. This is the worst thing ever. Like it's really not. It's not either of those things. But we can have conversations. Like, DreamcastGuy's conversation is so retarded because he always, like, instead of having nuance to anything, he just has to act like the most retarded for retarded's sake, and while also lying in his titles and just being completely stupid. And that's the problem with DreamcastGuy. This is why he's a lolcow. This is why we laugh at him. I think a lot of these stems from Unreal Engine 5 and how a lot of devs don't know how to optimize for it. Well, Unreal Engine 5 is so easy to use that motherfuckers is just flat out, like, not knowing how to make video games anymore. That's the crazy thing about how stupid, like, bro, I have friends that downloaded Unreal Engine 5 just for shits and giggles and was making some, like, basic fucking, like, areas and doing some basic game design. It's so easy to use that literally a fucking caveman could do it. But the problem is now, so-called the best of the best are becoming cavemen when it comes to developing video games. They're not getting better. That's the problem. Unreal Engine 5 is more of the issue. We have many proprietary engines that have games that are very optimized. Resident Evil 9 is one that just came out. DreamcastGuy is just virtue signaling. I never believe him.
You down. I hope you're having a great day. If you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Where's virtue
what
signals?
is this technology? Just in general, the
Oh, I have to hear what he thinks this technology is. I have to hear
very
this.
layman's surface level of it is that a bunch of different companies, but mostly NVIDIA, have been experimenting with ways to sort of upscale stuff automatically. If an image is 360p, making it at least 720, taking a 1080p image and making it like 4K. And the way they sort of do this is with like assumed visuals. They also do this with like frame rate, frame generation it's called. If you've got an image of me,
Like, I think this looks, I think that this is too, like, aggressive. Like, I don't picture Grace looking like this. In the cutscenes, she does not look like this. It definitely looks a little off. I think Leon looks fine.
me
But this
slowly
looks off.
punching at the camera, and there's a frame missing here and a frame missing here, they're still able to add in that extra frame. They can generate it to still have a smoother image. But they're doing this as well
you
with
seen the
graphics,
actress
you know,
model?
taking something and make it
Let me
look
see if I can
bigger and cleaner.
Let me see if I can find Grace's actress. Let me see if I can find her. All right, let me go back. This is the actual actress versus Grace in-game character model. I don't know if I could. I don't know. The nose is off. That I could tell. Her nose has like a push in, like right, like here. The eyes look a little more her, like the actual actress, admittedly so. The lips look more fuller, like the actress itself. Oh my god, my bad. The eyebrows definitely on point. Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from with that. I get where you're coming from with that. Yeah, her lips definitely look fuller like the actual model. Let me see. It said chick DMs. Oh man, it's like a tiny image. Like, yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. I can't even lie to you. Definitely not the best image, but I mean, the other image that I was showing you guys, definitely her eyebrows were more full, like the in-game character model. I kind of get where you're coming from. I kind of get where you're coming from.
They're doing this
That's
as
fair.
well with graphics, you know, taking something and make it look bigger and cleaner. Now, I'm not making this
I
up.
think this looks
is
better.
real. This is the actual Digital Foundry account.
I'm sorry that I think this looks better. And this is the easiest image to use, though. This is the easiest image to use. A good comparison.
I know I have to keep saying that this is not an April Fool's joke. This is real. I'm going to say that like 12 times in this video. Every reply, you cannot be serious. This is an AI slop filter. Yeah, let's just throw away the...
We really try to get to the bottom of this whole gray shit, and I'm not even mad at it. So that's it right there. That's the DLSS 5 filter versus character model. The eyebrows pretty close. The eyes look definitely more like the actress for sure. The nose is still definitely off. The lips, in comparison to the in-game character model, her lips in-game look more full like the actual actress. AI Grace looks better than the game model. It's actually dull as fuck. I think that there's a reasonable in between. Like, I feel like the AI here is just a little too aggressive. If it was slightly softer, I think that it would be a reasonable in between that everyone could fuck with. So I think that there is something that we can all settle on, right? Because I think that this is just a little too aggressive. But I do get that it does look a lot more like the actual actress itself. A little less makeup look. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is off before. Now I kind of get where you're coming from.
Intended art style.
Yeah, exact demo flow. Facts. I was saying there has to be a slider. I cannot, bro. It's too aggressive. Like, just give me the option to give me just a slight, like, extra, like, like boost of the DLSS 5. Just give me a slider and I'll just put it up a little bit. And so it gives it a little extra pizzazz, and then we'll keep it moving, right? For the most part. Because that's how I do most shit.
For literally no reason. Absolutely shocking you would call this a massive leap for graphics. It's blatant AI crap. Literally every single image. AI garbage, AI garbage. If you guys don't slam this, it shows how much of a sellout you've become. Every
Damn.
reply on
Damn.
everything is just raw hate.
It's so crazy because it's like these are the same people that be dicking in Digital Foundry. So maybe we're finally here. We're finally here. They're all cool with Digital Foundry, but you step on the line of generative AI, it's over. To me, fonts, I think that's make or break. It has to have a slider, like or performance option, like how DLSS regularly is. You could pick, performance, ultra performance, whatever have you, right? It has to have those options because there's some people that do want it to be over the top and look fake as fuck, like AI can look, and let them have that. I think they should have that if that's what they want, right? But for me, I want something that looks way more natural, that has a subtle change, that gives it a little extra oomph. That's where I am with that type of AI shit in general, right? Like, just give me a little extra oomph. That's all I want. Cool. So to me, I think it's make or break. It has to have a slider.
Because this is the thing. You can hate how a particular game's graphics look, or you can have a problem with a certain art style, but you have to understand that art style matters.
And art style by humans can be absolute fucking shit. It can be absolute shit. And guess what? People fucking shit. They'll attack me for saying that. And it's like, I'm sorry, bro. Some of the art direction of these creators, it could be a game that fundamentally plays good. Like, I think Marathon's a great example. From everything I know from Marathon, it's another great fucking FPS shooter in terms of mechanics from Bungie. It looks disgusting. It looks like shit. Visually, it is the most ugly, disgusting pile of shit. All right, that's just what it is. If you're telling me that I could fucking turn on a slider that makes Marathon look objectively better, or at least different, motherfucker, why not? Because that's an ugly bitch. It's an ugly bitch with good first-person mechanics. I'm not for it. I'm sorry. There's some motherfuckers that create shit and they just have dog shit looks and takes on art. Sorry, it is what it is. And I think that the AI does also have dog shit takes on art. Bro, it's the more things change, the more they stay the same. That's just a proven fact at this point.
Bad graphics, good graphics, particular images, art style matters. Grace from Resident Evil Requiem looks this way on purpose. They are very clear. Capcom has done a lot of interviews, very proud specifically about how Leon works. There was a whole team of people at, just Capcom that when they were talking about Resident Evil Requiem.
This might make woke slop look good, damn. I mean, look, you can't deny that there's more detail here than there is there. And that, if we never saw Grace before, and they showed us a side-by-side, we have no... say if we're like tabula rasas, right? We were born yesterday and we're seeing this picture, this comparison. Everybody is going to say they prefer this. If they have no details, no information, no prior knowledge, if you're a tabula rasa, you were born yesterday and you have no context, you're going to choose this over this easily. Every single time, because I think you'd be a little retarded otherwise. Does he realize that Capcom themselves tweak Grace with DLSS 5? Yup, you're not lying. All these game devs tweak DLSS 5 for their own games. Yeah, because the devs themselves have to approve this shit. It's not like across the board, every game is automatically going to be DLSS 5 capable.
And how Leon should look at 50 years old. There was a whole team of people that made the exact folds on his faces.
Capcom signed off on this. Hate the proper targets.
Hey, now that's a fact. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the 2, Nissan. You're not fucking wrong, bro. They did have to sign off on this. So, while they care so much, about a particular style, the reality is that this would not have been shown off if Capcom didn't want to do that. So it is what it is, right? A lot of the AI like haters, bro, they just hate to hate. Like, look at how much fucking hate Expedition 33 got just because they had temporary AI fucking images in the game that were patched out. Like literally in the first update after release, post-release. Like, literally they were calling it AI slop because just a few, like, PNG fucking images were left in the game at launch. Like, you sound like a bunch of fucking retards. So when they scream artistic intent, they're going against artistic intent of the devs for DLSS 5. Yes. Yes. And another thing too, like, where does the line stop? And we were talking about the mod situation too, and I was going to bring up that point. Where does the line stop? Are you going to now, like, literally destroy any and all mods that let players themselves take their own liberties with the games that they paid money for? Like, y'all are taking it too far. Too fucking far, too fucking fast. I understand that the DLSS 5 is definitely a conversation, and it's not all fresh cut spring flowers, but it's not all bad either. Like, you got the reality is gaming is the greatest form of entertainment, literally because we interact with the entertainment directly. And you can't hold people back from that. You can't hold them back from that. But there has to be it needs to be done in ways that is tasteful. And I think that DLSS 5 can be tasteful.
How patchy his beard should be,
Welcome
the
back,
wrinkles on his jacket. There was a whole team of that. This just completely overwrites it. And let's not even talk about the fact that it literally changes, like adding extra lines to your hands, giving your lip fillers. A lot of people are making fun of the fact that it literally looks...
The memes are funny. I'm not going to lie. The memes are funny as fuck.
This different. Like, this is horrific. I've seen people basically just memeing on this instantly. Look at this. I'm actually going to click it right now. The #1 trend worldwide on my filters right now, I'm going to pop it up, is literally the word AI slop. Everybody is like...
It's a damn witch hunt. If you're gonna hate proper and righteously, yeah. This is all like some self-righteous fucking bullshit. Motherfuckers hate me for calling something bullshit that they want to defend. Because they just defend the industry. But oh my god, all of a sudden, the industry is now doing something that they wholeheartedly stand against. So now they are righteously all right hating. Imagine that. Fucking crazy.
NVIDIA's lost the plot. DLSS 5 is AI slop that even changes the art of the original game. Everybody is like, brother, I cannot believe that Digital Foundry is shilling this. Oh my god. Which is funny because DLS4 was a great upscaler. Like, it actually did so much. And then...
But what the fuck does he know? like, bro, you play on a Steam Deck. Sit the fuck down, my guy. You play on a Steam Deck. Please sit down and shut the fuck up. Yo, I hate when motherfuckers pretend they know what the fuck they talking about, bro. You don't know what the fuck you were talking about. DreamcastGuy doing fake outrage for views. He's also deleting comments on this video. I'm not at all surprised. He's a corporate shieldcast. I mean, like, I'm surprised that the corporate shields are turning on each other. Because I've already been known that Digital Foundry is not to be trusted. All right, I know that they're fucking shills, but it's funny to watch them turn on each other because there's a step too far.
The next advancement is nothing. Oh my god! Oh, I have to click. Oh my god!
All right, the fake laughter. Yo, that's crazy. How can you sit here and say that this doesn't look better? That the lighting isn't good? Like, how can you sit there and say that? Like, the lighting is showing more detail. You can't sit here and be like, it looks so goofy, it looks so fake, it looks so much worse. Like, it doesn't. It literally doesn't. Doesn't DLSS 4 use AI? I mean, DLSS, it is like... My boyfriend Leon, oh man. Yo. Like, what does he think that this shit all is in the grand scheme of things? it's objectively better. Yeah, you can't sit here and be like, oh, you know, it's worse. Oh, let's laugh at it because it looks ugly. Like, you can't sit here and say that as much as you want to. Yo, Nissan, are you good, bro? Bro, why is he fake laughing, dog? Like, bro acts like people haven't watched this motherfucker for like over 10 years. Bro, we could tell that you're fake fucking laughing, dog. Like, it's so crazy how he's gonna sit here and laugh that way. That's so weird to me, bro. So fucking weird. Like, bro, we could tell that you're fake laughing. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Or Dreamcast guy saw his boyfriend
It's
Leon.
so
look
bad.
better.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man.
I'm legitimately crying.
Nah, bro. Leon is reserved for the Lemonade King. All right, I'm gonna let y'all know now. All right. Leon is the Lemonade King's boyfriend. That's how that works here. We do not fuck around. We know who Leon belongs to. The Lemonade. If you don't know the Lemonade King, y'all should know the Lemonade King, because he literally drops buckets on Leon on a daily basis. I mean, what?
Ryan, I'm sorry.
I
It's
mean,
so
what?
funny. I wanted to watch the video. So this is from the actual Digital Foundry YouTube account. And as you can see, it is being downvote bombed into the planet.
That's not that bad. Some of Dreamcast Guy's videos did worse. I've seen worse. Like, this is bad. Don't get me wrong, it's bad. But with some of the games that have come out this generation, we've seen more downvotes than upvotes on. Let's be real now. Like, let's be real now.
Every comment section, I cannot believe this isn't an April Fool's joke. What's with the filters? This looks like those I made the character hot edits. Everybody is like, brother. What's great about RE9 is that it leverages technical lighting and great artistic intent.
I mean, I think a lot of these devs got lazy to the point where it is actually easier to make something look better than what they've been shitting out.
Those deliberate human touches are being drowned out in this tech demo. And that's the thing. Even if you do want to consider this to be a tech demo, right? I am shocked by this. And I want to make it very clear, I have a chance to talk occasionally to some of the Digital Foundry guys. I have been heaping praise on them for a long time. I would like to know, is this sponsored? Real quick, I do want to look. Let me take a look at this to see legally if it's sponsored. They have to say it's not. This is not sponsored. This is their.
I mean, these dudes had early access to this shit. They were probably flown out. I don't fucking know, right? But it is sponsored. You know, not legitimately, but when you're showing direct favoritism, you know, Access Media, we know how it works. We know how it fucking works. Dreamcast Guy also likes. So, oh my god. Hey, yo.
Actual opinion?
Big Tish, are you good, my
Look
guy?
how different this looks. I hate a lot of that AI slop filter. I just think it looks incredibly bad. But also,
You can't sit here and say that looks worse, bro. Like, it does look better. It hurts to say that it looks better, don't get me wrong, because I would rather the game naturally look better. I think that's a fair assessment to make, right? I would rather Starfield look better on its own fucking merits. But it doesn't. It just doesn't.
Also, sponsored.
I wonder how it would look. I wonder how Starfield would look if they actually tried and made a good fucking art style. And I wonder how DLSS would take it if it was already a good looking game.
Their actual opinion? Look how different this looks. I hate a lot of that AI
It looked literally DLSS 5 looks objectively better. It
slop
does.
filter. I just think it looks
It fucking
incredibly bad.
does.
But also, look how jittery it looks. I just feel like, in general, because it's trying to generate.
I mean, wait, hold on. He said that he played a lot of Starfield, dog. Did you not know how Starfield was playing beforehand, brother? And you were playing it on the consoles? Like, are you good, dog? Yo, this dude forget real quick. Especially when it helps him. dude, why does everyone in these characters have key lights on them? How is that realistic? Oh, no. Look. To me, when I look at this, I don't think that it looks realistic. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it looks better because Starfield is an ugly fucking game. It is ugly. Like, the thing is, there's some games where people want that realism, but there's a lot of games people want just brighter looking, better shadows. Like, they just want more. Some people want some of these want some real life shit to look like video games because some of it can look good as fuck. Absolutely could look good as fuck.
An image over the image, it looks super
news.
bad. It's trying to, like, the thing with AI slop filters is the way they're working is they're literally trying to guess what the next frame is going to be. It's trying to figure out if you're going to turn left or right, and it's trying to assume. Doing that on top of a game engine, especially one like this, the creation engine in Starfield that runs bad, look how bad it looks. Like, there's where it's off. Let's wait for it to turn it back on. Look how jittery the image is. It is just, whoa.
In motion, that's where this shit is struggling. Because all of AI struggles in motion. 100%. That's why I feel like this shit that NVIDIA's doing is to try to convince people to spend over fucking $3,000 on a 5090, and this shit ain't even ready yet. That's why I'm telling y'all, if you want to buy a 5090, do it for the right reasons. Don't do it just for this shit. Don't do it just for that. Like, because it's not going to be ready. And I don't think that a 5090 is really going to take advantage of this the way that they're trying to piece it out to be. Fair, I accept that. If a user wants to use this, I would never tell them that they shouldn't. And that's completely fair. I think that there's some people that they never want to use this. And that's completely fair too, 100%. For me, I was saying, Venix, that they need a slider for this. Because I think that a little bit of this touch could be a good thing. For me, I wouldn't want to go all in on it. I think it's too much, personally. Temporal stability is a problem for super resolution too. Yeah, I ain't buying a 5090. I will wait till the future to upgrade. Maybe a 6000 series card later on. Yeah, because this shit is definitely not ready now. To run out there and buy a new graphics card because of this, you're fooling yourself. That's what I'm saying. You know, some people, they want to get the latest and greatest. If that's you and that's what you want to do and that's what you do anyway, you do you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But if you're looking for a new graphics card just for this, reconsider. It
looks so bad. Like, oh my God. Some of these people even literally have ghosting on them because it's trying to figure it out. This just looks so appallingly bad. Now, what's crazy is that when this was announced, they also released a press release, like NVIDIA released a press release and said Capcom was happy with this effect. Bethesda supports the game looking like this. Look, these are different people.
Son, hold on.
Press release and said
look at
Capcom was happy with this effect. Bethesda supports the game looking like this.
I'm sorry, bro, but that does look better. It does look better. But like I said, this doesn't fix the actual issue, to which Starfield should have looked a lot better. For a game that was in development for 10 fucking years, a game that was in development for 10 fucking years should look better than what Starfield does. And I'm being, as someone that likes Starfield, it should look way the fuck better, and it didn't. That's my problem with the industry that's not being addressed with this. This is, as much as it's like cool to have the option, it is a glorified Band-Aid.
Look, these are different people. Like, literally just take a look.
Yo, son, he can't even say that it looks worse. As much as he wants to say that, oh, this looks worse, it doesn't. He can't say it. Oh, it's different people. Yeah, it does look like different people. But like I said, if you didn't have any prior knowledge and you just looked at these, you would pick the AI one. You would pick the AI one, because why wouldn't you? You'd be retarded if you didn't know anything about the situation and they just showed you those two images. You'd be retarded to pick DLSS 5 off. You'd be retarded to. I'm sorry, bro.
Look at that, right? You're literally adding on a completely different image on top. This is a different person
How can you sit here and say this is worse? You can't. You look like a dummy if you say that this is worse. And he is literally an entire fucking circus. Like, he can't be honest about it. Like, bro, it's not all fresh cut spring flowers, and it's not all bad. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. It looks different. I'm more of a fan of the diffused lighting, despite the extra detail. And you know what? If that's you, I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. But I just think I'm just saying, if someone was born yesterday, but as an adult, and they know English, all right, they have a general understanding of basic things, but they've never seen this game. They've never seen Resident Evil 9. If you show them these two images, they're all going to pick the DLSS 5 on. Because they're not going to have any other knowledge of anything regarding this game. Not even previous games, none of that shit. They don't even know what is causing one image to look a certain way. They're just going to pick the one that looks better. I'm sorry, it just does look better.
Hand. You could be like, wow, it's so more realistic. Okay, but her hair is a different color. There's streaks of like
and it looks better. What the fuck are we talking about? There's like shadowing. Yo, son. This motherfucker a clown, bro. How can we... Yo. You gonna sit here and bullshit us. You gonna sit here and bullshit us. Guess what? If you look at these characters, right? You're gonna say this one is a blonde and this one is a blonde. At most, you'll say, oh, maybe she looks dirty blonde. Whatever. She's still a fucking blonde, my guy. Let's be fucking real.
There was Oblivion remaster footage, 2 grinning face with smiling eyes.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Thank you so much for the 2. I don't know. Might have to look at that because I haven't seen any Oblivion remaster footage. I have not. But also, Oblivion remaster is like, it's a game that's a duct tape together, at least on PC, and it's like, oh my god.
Different stuff. There's like rain teardrops and stuff on her face. This is not as much in the original image. There's a purposefulness to the original image that is just being overwritten by this.
No. I'm not buying that shit at all. This is you literally just using word salad to try and justify your overall claim that this is all bad. When really, if you want to have an honest conversation, you can't sit here and say it's all bad. You can't. You could have a preference, which is completely fine. You could say, even if the developer's intent looks like ass, I still prefer the developer's intent. You could even say that. But you can't sit here and have your cake and eat it too, my guy. Real question, is DreamcastGuy retarded? No, he's just a rage baiter at this point. He's just a rage baiter that feels as though he is morally inclined to rage bait.
And I can't help but just be annoyed about the fact that, to me, this is not an upgrade. It's a completely different product. This is literally taking a different game and overlaying it on top.
So at that point, what's the bad thing in that? Because now you have a choice of 2 different products. And if someone doesn't like the first product, they could simply just have the alternative. I'm sorry, bro. As long as there's an option, and preferably more than just 2 options, right? Like I said, with the slider option, I can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm against that. I can't sit here and say that. No. I want developers to get better, but realistically, are they? I don't think so. As much as I want that to be the case.
DCG is the master biter face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Master, oh man. Yo. Devilflow, thank you so much to the 2, my boy. Micah says, solid cast. I'm good with base PS5. Amen. Stick it out, my guy. Stick it out for as long as you can, bro. These is retarded times where shit don't quite make sense. So I say, stick it out with what you got until we have some solid ground, some solid foundation, because the industry is changing in ways that I don't even know if it's coming or going. I don't know what's going on. I just want to see where we're at in 5 years. Really.
Like, to me, even if you're like, oh, it's better, it's cleaner, it's fresher, okay, but it's not the original game. Like,
okay, but you could still have the original game. The fuck are we doing? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, bro, his arguments are so dumb. So dumb.
This to me is such. It's the kind of stuff that honestly annoys me about AI more than anything else. If I'm just being selfishly honest, right? Beyond like, hey,
Well, that's all you've brought up. You're just selfish. You're not honest. You're a dishonest fucking hack. But you are being completely selfish and ignorant.
here's a bunch of data centers that absolutely are soaking up the limited water in the planet and stuff like that. Beyond all that,
All right, bro. Yo, get this motherfucker the fuck up out of here. Put this motherfucker away. He don't even deserve the goon log. Put this motherfucker under a prison. All right, preferably hide his face. All that stuff. Like, bro, can someone put DreamcastGuy's face in DLSS 5? Because I guarantee you be 10 times better than what the fuck we gotta look at now. Crazy work, my guy.
I think I'm really annoyed about the fact that so many of these companies are trying to just come in and overwrite existing art. Oh, don't worry about the hundreds of millions of dollars and passionate artists and all the different layers of like meetings and craziness and passion and just genuine creation.
I wish I knew, my guy.
What if we put this filter on so they have really cool makeup? This looks like garbage. Straight garbage.
Yo. Bro, there's nothing else to say. Bro is just straight up coping. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. As he's playing some of the best versions of DLSS 5, by the way. Straight up, just coping, bro. Think of the dehydrated children cast. I mean, DreamcastGuy's face has looked dehydrated for the past, 12 years he's been doing YouTube. And I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, but the reality is that DLSS 5 did not do that. AI did not do that to DreamcastGuy, all right?
And I'm sure NVIDIA is going to try and backtrack and go, oh, it's a work in progress, or oh, it's just a tech. This isn't actually what's rolling out. This is the kind of garbage that you need to loudly push back on. These people hate art. They hate video games. They just purely want to pump up stock price and literally nothing else. Screw this. And
yo, son, that's insane. Bro, all they need to do is just get more money from the government. That's what's throwing that's what's throwing everything out of whack. Government intervention in anything just throws everything out of whack in that industry. Every time. Can't tell me different. The government proves it every fucking time. Too much Tylenol, facts. Oh, no, that's a fact, Mr. FU. NVIDIA doesn't give a fuck about us. But you can't sit here and say that this negatively affects you. You can't sit here and say that. If only you'd have pushed back on $70 games this hard. I know, right? The head has got to smell, oh man. Like his takes, holy shit.
Digital Foundry, you should have walked out. Just my personal opinion. I have no idea what access you're afraid of losing, but
something that he would have never done. Come on, bro. Let's be real now. You was gonna walk out on that, my guy. You was gonna walk out. Bro, this is why you start off convincingly. All right, you can't just fake this, right? You start off your YouTube channel convincingly, get all of the industry to hate you. Like I did, right? That way they never offer me anything, so there's never a chance to which I will have to consider shilling. Because they already hate me and don't trust me anyway. And you know what? Industry, yeah, don't trust me, motherfucker. Do not fucking trust me, because I am an asshole. All right, I live to shit on this industry 100%.
But if they showed you this on the screen and said, there you go, that's for your video, personally, I would have walked out. Just my 2 cents.
No, you wouldn't have. This motherfucker wouldn't have walked out. He would have maybe made alternative, he made a video actually criticizing it, but there's no way you would have walked out on this opportunity, my guy. Get the fuck out of here. What a dishonest liar.
How
What
do
a
you feel
fucking
about
liar.
AI slap? Tell me in the comments down below. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming.
It looks better. It literally looks better.
You know, I have this picture that somebody made a long time ago when I was
Okay.
talking about Skate. So
You mean where they made you look objectively better?
somebody AI generated this thumbnail of me. Look how scary that is. Obviously, they made me into Mr. Beast. This is my
No, they made you better. All right, at least your face isn't it like a moon face with holes in it, with fucking potholes in it, my guy?
problem with AI art, right? That's not me. You could say, oh,
Yeah, it's better. Yo, son, that's why I said they should put his face through DLSS 5. Obviously, the AI wants to make him not look as disgusting. And maybe DLSS 5 will make Elder Scrolls 6 look awesome at launch in 2030. Yeah, because I'm not convinced that Bethesda actually has the skill to make a good-looking fucking video game. They haven't proven it to me in how long now? Sad realities, brother.
your teeth are extra wide or your facial hair looks better or whatever. Okay, but that's not me. That's Mr. Beast.
I guess Mr. Beast looks better. Improved. This is better to look at. Yo, son. That was pure human slop commentary. Oh my god, it's fucking trash. What a yo, dog. We need to continue to expose these fucking liars, bro. Like, not for nothing, him being against Digital Foundry, you know, not properly assessing the DLSS 5, just being literal free advertisement from NVIDIA, completely justified. But to where he takes it is fucking insane. Like, you are completely, like, this is why we can never actually have real conversations and we can't actually call things out properly. It's because there's always, like, so many people that have their own reasons for doing things. And DreamcastGuy's reason for doing any of this is just pure rage bait. That's all he's about, is pure fucking rage bait. That's it. Check the news. I saw what you did post. And we'll have to leave it for Friday. Guys, just so you know, Twilight Zone of Gaming will be Friday instead of Thursday. Literally because Crimson Desert comes out at like 6 p.m. EST on a Thursday. All right. And I'm not here to pretend I'm so big that I can compete with literally one of the biggest game releases of the year that people are so curious about. I'm likely going to stream the intro to Crimson Desert because I know some of you guys are very much intrigued but not sold on the game. So maybe me playing through it could help you make a decision on if it's for you or not. So this Thursday, I'll stream it. I don't know if I'll go live at 6 p.m. when it drops. I have to see. I might actually take off work. And I hope it's not for a bad reason. Like, I hope the game is worth taking off for, right? Because if it turns out to be, like, fucking dog shit or just, like, a lie, oh, I'm going to be so mad. But, because I can't remember the last time I took off for a video game. But I always just work my way around all that shit. But guys, let's see. Who are we gonna raid? Guys, if you haven't, do hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I think at this point we are officially like 100 subs away from hitting 7K. Let me see where we're at here. We're at we're 2 subs away from hitting 6,900. So we're like 102 subs away from hitting 7K. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for everything. If you guys haven't, check out my most recent video. Like and hype it up because all that stuff really does help me out. Talking about this shitty situation regarding WWE 2K26 being kind of fucked up in many ways. Being worse than ever before. So that's my video there if you want to check it out. All that stuff really does help me. So let me see. Where are we going now? Where are we going? Where am I leaving you off at? Because I do got to go get ready for work. But I will throw up whatever streaming I'm going to be doing on Wednesday and Thursday. I will throw up the live a day in advance so that you guys know what's up. 7K Sundress Celebration stream. Hey, yo, my goal is to hit 10. And even then, I'm not wearing a dress, damn it. Skipping that game was a huge W. Yeah. And the shame is, Astro, I wanted the game. A lot of it actually looks cool, but literally, like, the monetization practice and a lot of the other issues with the game is just fucking awful. It's like there's no fulfilling way to enjoy the game. And at that point, your game is either worth way the fuck less than what you're saying it's worth, or just worthless in a bad way. Like completely just worthless. So there's that. Let's see. Who are we gonna raid here? Do you guys want to raid Hellfire? She's playing the Fatal Frame 2 remake. That sounds kind of cool. I don't know why she has 2 different lives. Is she streaming both vertically and horizontally? Hold on. Let me get the details here. AI got you an address already. Hey man, what y'all do with AI? I mean, obviously there's limits and you know, out of respect. But whatever y'all do is AI, and it's not really me. I just regard that as my retarded twin sister. That's pretty much it. I'm confused on what Hellfire has going on. Am I wrong? Oh yeah, she is live. All right, so there's a vertical live, and then there's a regular. How do I know which one is the fucking vertical? Hold on. Oh no, that was the vertical. All right. I'm gonna raid her on the regular stream. That's not vertical. All right, we're gonna raid Horror and Hellfire. She's playing Fatal Frame 2 remake. So guys, go show Hellfire some love. Why so scared of looking pretty, bro? I don't need that to look pretty. I just, you know, I'm just very middle ground in terms of I don't like looking super guyish, but I don't like looking super girly. I think both is too much. But yeah, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Stay safe. I'll see you likely Thursday to play Crimson Desert around 6 p.m. EST. I'll put up the live tomorrow at some point. And then Twilight Zone of Gaming Friday. Much love to y'all. See you then. Take care. Have a good one. Peace out, homies. And go show Hellfire some love. Go hit the like button for her. Let her know who sent you.